I'm literally yapping. Okay, I took my mic down. It did the thing where I was like, oh, I saw that it did that. I'm so intelligent. I'm gonna unmute it again and then start yapping about how I did that. And then I started yapping about how OBS screwed up my sound device because there was no background music, and I saw that people were yapping about no background music, and I didn't have the foresight to check that if OBS messed with my microphone settings. Ah! Anyway, we should be good now. My bad. My bad. Anyhow, welcome in, folks. Thank y'all for pulling up to beginning a stream. Jack, OO, and Sinful in YouTube chat. Welcome in, and Tyrannus. He's embarrassed because of all those people he scammed, so no mic today. That's crazy. What do you mean people I scam? Oh, are we still on the fucking carpet thing from last night? I'm not a carpet salesman, chat. How many hours do you think you have on Balala? I have on Steam currently just shy, like within minutes, of 1,364 hours. And on my phone, I reckon I have around 100. So around 1,450 in total hours in Balatro, with a margin of error of maybe like anywhere from 10 to 50 hours. I guess that's not how a margin of error works, but I digress. P-Dog with the first. Welcome in, P-Dog 21, James Fox, Nerdy, Trans Girl, Boy, and I think that's everybody. Oh, and Giannis and Schmeck. Can we not throw today? Bro, you gotta give me a little bit of leeway. I was coming off of a vacation yesterday. I was also tired as shit. I'm still kind of tired as shit today, but I played Balatro for like 2 hours yesterday on stream. That's enough of a warm-up. We're not losing any games today. I promise you that. Anyway, should probably be finishing work, but fuck it, it's not that much. I got time. Dude, if you need to finish work, finish work. Don't put that shit off. As somebody who puts that shit off constantly myself, don't learn from me. Don't put that shit off. Go do it right now. Keep my stream up so that I still get, you know, the ad rev and the view count. Obviously, should go without saying. Keep my stream up while you're being productive, but go be productive. Venti, welcome in, and Galaxy. Saw the Odyssey today. It's been a long time since I've seen action set pieces that were that fun, except for the last one that was hilariously bad, that were let down by some of the sloppiest, most uncoordinated direction I have seen in a long time. Take the IMAX cameras away from Christopher Nolan right now. That's fucking crazy, man. I did not think okay, I'm not going to get into specific spoilers, or spoilers at all for that matter. I didn't think the direction was bad until the end. I think you're absolutely correct. I think the end, particularly, you know which one I'm talking about. I'm not spoiling anything. I won't be spoiling anything. Nobody has to mute, but you know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. The very last action sequence, I thought that it was kind of stinky. I'll say it. The very last action sequence, I thought the movie was phenomenal. I got to get that out of the way. I got to get that out of the way right now. If you want to go see Odyssey and you're skeptical about it at all, go fucking see the Odyssey. Fantastic movie. I gotta say it though, the final action sequence, kinda ass. A lot of stupid fucking shaky cam where you literally, yeah, exactly what Giannis is saying. You cannot see a damn thing in the last action sequence. That's my only qualm with the movie. Thought it was a fantastic movie. I think, like you said, the set pieces are phenomenal. I think a lot of the, I think the direction is like pretty good as well. But fuck, man, the last, the last action sequence is, it's just a lot of shaky cam. Like, that's literally it. You can't see any, and like, you can say that that's an artistic choice because it's an action sequence that makes it like maybe more realistic, as I guess I could see that being the copium. I don't like it though. I don't like it. I'll say it. I think it looks really shitty. But outside of that, fantastic film for sure. Probably my top movie for, I don't know. I want to say it's my top movie for 2026, but I'm not going to lie. I really liked Obsession. Really liked Obsession, really liked Iron Lung. The more I think about it retrospectively, the more I realize that I didn't like Backrooms that much. I'll say it. The first half of the Backrooms movie, now that we're just talking about like cinema very briefly, the first half of the Backrooms movie was my top movie for 2026. The second half lost me. And I honestly think that's more of a personal thing. I think it just kind of fell on deaf ears, for lack of a better term. The second half of the movie lost me. The first half of the movie, it was very suspenseful, very thrilling. It was very captivating. The characters made sense. You know, the plot was pretty good. Second half, it just went over my head. Hail Mary is probably in my top 10. It was good. I didn't see Project Hail Mary, but I saw a lot of people talking about how it was goated. Excuse me. Jack with the GOAT trophy for 1,000 jewels. I don't know what that means. But I appreciate the gifty in YouTube chat. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for the gifty. Anyways, I've got work in the morning. So unfortunately, I'm going to go to bed now. Sorry I could only come in to say hi and stuff. Nah, no worries, man. If you got shit going on, you got shit going on. Go do your shit, man. Thank you for pulling up, Nerdy Trans Girl. Hope you sleep well. Good luck with work in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to copy TikTok Live. I get it. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. Iron Lung was best movie 2026. I do think Iron Lung was really good. Iron Lung, I think, is definitively top 2 movies for me in 2026. Top 3. Top 3. My top 3 in no particular order thus far are The Odyssey, Iron Lung, and Obsession. I was blown away by Obsession, honestly. Someone else send a goat. It costs money to buy more gems, which are used to buy golden goats. Someone else send a goat. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna say no to any goat trophies, as it were. Anyway, so yeah, that's that out of the way. But yeah, if you're skeptical about the Odyssey whatsoever, go see the Odyssey for sure. I had a really good time with it, and I enjoyed the film. Anyway, plan for the day. We're gonna do the dulls. We're gonna do probably all the dulls that we did yesterday. We might cut the cost codal because I feel like the cost codal is funny, but I feel like it's not that captivating. I don't know. Chat, let me know what you think about the cost codal before we get to it, and maybe I'll like include it or not include it. I feel like the cost codal is kind of mid. Maybe that can be like a once or twice a week type of thing. I don't know. But all the other ones I think are goody. Should be noted, Christopher Nolan movie, if you see it in theaters, like 10 to 15% is unintelligible because the sound mixing is ass. I actually didn't have that problem. I think I recall having that problem with Oppenheimer. I did not have that problem with the Odyssey at all. Play more Isaac so you can do the Isaacal. Not doing the Isaacal. I do need to play more Isaac, and I have been playing more Isaac, to be fair. But yeah, docket for the day, we're going to do the dulls, and then obviously we're going to continue grinding through these stakes, getting ever closer to the 100% on this new profile. We're at 59% completion. We're looking to fill out the last couple of Jokers in our collection. We have 5 legendaries that we still need, or no, not legendaries, 3 legendaries that we still need to unlock. We have the 2 speedrun achievement Jokers, and then we just have a couple of stragglers like this guy that we just need to add to the collection. So we're looking to get the last couple of Jokers for completionist. We're going to get the last couple of decks. Today, we're probably going to be running low stakes Anaglyph deck, because we just unlocked Anaglyph deck last night, because we just beat Black Stake last night. We're going to be running low stakes Anaglyph, getting it up to green stake with all the other decks, and then we're just going to go green stake, or Black Stake, excuse me, on every single deck. And that'll be probably the next couple of days worth of streams. But yeah, that's the plan for the day, as it were. Today's Balatro is hard. Interessante. How's the stream going? Well, I mean, we're only in the first like 13 minutes, right? I feel like it's kind of unfair to judge the whole stream based off of the first 13 minutes. But I mean, thus far, I'm having a good time, man. I try to have a good time no matter what during stream, though. Anyhow, let's get the dailies cooking, shall we? Bang. Yo, it's that time. Let's go. Welcome in, Jeezy. Good to see you. Is there anything you'd change about any of the decks? I think Black deck needs some kind of buff. Some kind of buff. I keep it very open-ended because I don't know what that buff would be without breaking it, but it needs some kind of buff to not just be abysmal dog shit. And obviously, like, you can have decks that are abysmal dog shit. That's fine. There's a lot of decks, not a lot of decks, but there's, like, you know, Anaglyph deck, I think a lot of people point to as, like, kind of an abysmal dog shit deck just because it's so RNG heavy. Plasma deck, if you're trying to win streak, is abysmal dog shit just because it has such a different play style. Late game wall and anti-8 Violet Vessel can cook you specifically. Kind of a hot personal take. I think Erratic deck is really bad. So what I'm getting at by mentioning all this, I'm kind of going off on a tangent. What I'm getting at is there's going to be a worse deck in the game no matter what. And I think it's fine that Black deck is the worst deck in the game. I don't think that's a bad thing. What's bad about Black deck for me is like, okay, if we have like I'm going to go into full cam to like, it's a different mic source for this scene. You gotta be fucking shitting me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay. Is the audio still there? Is the background audio still there? Okay, what was the last thing that I... I said I was gonna go into this scene to orchestrate my point better. Okay. If the width of this stream background is every deck in the game, and we have over here by chat, these are the best decks in the whole game. Okay, we have like this is the whole line of decks. The decks in the middle are right here. These are like the average decks in the game. This is like, from my account, this is like red deck. This is like Zodiac deck. This is like what are some of the more like average decks in the game? Green deck, stuff like this. Over, let's say like right here. Okay, right here. If the mid decks are right here is like the really good decks, like yellow deck, like blue deck, like ghost deck, even like to some extent even abandoned deck. All the way over here is black deck, and I think that's the problem. That's the entire point that I'm trying to make. Yeah, checkered is another really good deck. That's the point that I'm trying to make with, I think black deck needs a buff. The mid decks are right here on the timeline, as it were. The really good decks are over here, and black deck is just chilling over here. The delta between black deck and every other deck in the game is so wide, it's crazy. That's why I think it needs a buff. I catch a lot of flack in my YouTube videos when I say I think black deck needs a buff, because everybody just crashes out and is like, well, you know that a deck has to be the worst deck in the game. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is not that black deck is bad, because there's going to be bad decks in the game. It is what it is. That's game design, bro. The issue is not that black deck is bad. The issue is that black deck is so much worse than any other deck in the game. Yeah, every YouTube comment or every YouTube chat is about how I'm muted. But yeah, so what do I think that nerf or what do I think that buff could be? I've suggested in the past it should get like an Empress card. I think could maybe be fine. The big thing for black deck would be buffing its early game somehow, and you would want that buff to be temporary, I think ideally, so that, because if you buff the early game of black deck too much, then the late game of black deck snowballs it, and then it becomes the complete opposite side of that spectrum. I think if you buff black deck's early game too much, then the mid to late game of black deck snowballs too much, and it fucking just takes off, right? So I've in my original update video, the most popular video on my YouTube channel, I said, and I think this is like the best buff for black deck. It's maybe still too good, but I think it's like one of the better buffs that I've heard. Not to glaze myself too hard. I think black deck starting with a Jimbo at the beginning of the game solves it, dude. Because Jimbo plus 4 molt makes your early game completely free, does nothing after the first ante. I think that's completely fine for black deck. Because the big problem with black deck right now, and I've said this in like, I feel like the past 70 videos that I've made on YouTube that like orchestrate game balance points, the big problem with black deck is that you can be the best player of all time and you can just die in ante 1 because of bad RNG. That's ass. If you solve that, even if you keep the -1 hand and like the shit that makes black deck kind of a slog to get off the ground, if you solve the like bad RNG get nuked idiot aspect of ante 1, black deck becomes so much better. Even if it's not a good deck, if you solve that, it becomes so much better. So much better. Anyhow, that's my rant on black deck. Hot take, I'll play black deck over Magic, Nebula, and Zodiac any day. Nebula, I could understand just because Nebula is a cringe deck. I think Nebula is honestly on the above average side of decks in terms of win rate, but Nebula feels bad to play. Nebula's hot ass to play. Saying that you'll play black deck over Magic or Zodiac is crazy. That's a crazy take, especially Magic deck for me. Magic deck's my favorite deck in the game. I think Magic deck is turbo slept on. Turbo slept on. For Gold Stake and otherwise, but especially for Gold Stake. I think Magic deck is turbo slept on. But Magic and Nebula, all three of those shit on black deck in terms of win rate. I think both Magic and Zodiac are more fun to play on average, for sure. Nebula is cringe. Nebula is cringe. Nebula is a good deck, but bro. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Popping an Emperor on Nebula deck and only getting 1 tarot card makes me want to put a fist through my monitor. It's so annoying. And it's worse for blue seals, but I think you getting Telescope at the beginning of the game offsets that, so I'm not really mad about the blue seal thing. I just fucking hate not having 2 consumable slots. It's so annoying. It's nothing more than that, I don't think. I don't think it's anything more than just being annoying, but it's so annoying, bro. There's nothing that tilts me faster than remembering that I have 1 consumable slot. Is there any speculation for how many things Local Thunk will be adding besides that banana and maybe a change to blue stake? Things that have been confirmed to be added, or to be like being added. We know blue stake is getting some kind of rework. The rework is up in the air. We don't know what it is. We know Matador. The Joker, it's an uncommon Joker. You get $8 when a played hand activates the boss blind. Some shit like that. That Joker, we know it's getting a rework. Rework's up in the air. We don't know what it's going to be. Wild cards. We know wild cards are getting some kind of buff / rework. The buff / rework up in the air. We don't know what that means. I think that's literally everything. And then the banana Joker that got teased in the Discord that you are talking about, we know the art, and that's pretty much it. And we only know like the top half of the art, and that's pretty much it. I think everything that I just listed is literally everything that we know about the update, including release date. There's literally no inkling as to when the release date would be. Release date could be tomorrow. It could be July 14th of 2332. We don't know. Anyway, Balatro for the day. Gotta go with the classic throwback. Gotta misspell it like I do literally every single day that I play this challenge. $5 uncommon, presumably, or it could be $4 uncommon, but that's only oops. So presumably $5 uncommon, nothing to do with molt, non-scaling. I'm going to assume that this is like a Space Joker angle where it's like a $5 other category. Maybe Econ is better since there's more Econ Jokers. I feel like for $5, it's like only others, though. Oh, Spaceman has RNG, so I'm stupid. But I was on the right track. So $5 other, this could be Paradolia. This could be Showman, I think, right? Is Showman 6? No. Mad Joker. Next. No. What is this? What is this? Men kiss. N. It's short for men kissing. I don't know. Mad men Mon. It's a Pokemon. Wait, this is a spin-off. It's a Pokemon Joker. What the fuck? Hello? Mad Joker, bro. It's literally Mad Joker. No, it's an uncommon. Uncommon other ability. What are other abilities? Midas Mask. That's $7, and that's not like even remotely close to fitting into these blanks. Paradolia, I already said. Showman, we already guessed. Space Joker, we already guessed. Those are like all of the others that I can even think of off the top of my head. Luchador? Oh, you gotta be... Bro. Okay, this is such a stupid fucking... This is such a stupid one. Okay. That... It's understandable, but that makes me angry. It's understandable, but that makes me angry. I hate that the period is counted as a character, but like... Obviously it is, yeah. Anyway. Poggy figured it out. Good shit. Welcome in, Brody the Cuber. Good to see you again. Alright, pivot. Hopefully my camera doesn't fuck up. Spoiler alert, it fucked up so bad. I still don't know why it does that. Still have not taken any action to fix... What the fuck, man? This is so odd. And then when I hide it, it's completely fine. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, we're moving on. This is 50k... Arm, I believe, is this background. I could be mistaken there, but I believe it's Arm. 50k is anti-5 purple stake, right? I think. No, am I stupid? Yeah. Base anti-5. I'm thinking anti-6 small blind is 60k, but it's anti-5 boss blind is 50k. Okay. Yep, we got her. What the fuck is up with my camera, dude? It's so ass. I don't know why it does that. I apologize. It's going to be a recurring bit, though, just because I literally don't know what actions I would even start to take to fix it. Sup, Focus Cock and Cockmare. Good one. Welcome in, Odin. Welcome in, Nightmare as well. And Pro and Ivory and everybody else that I've missed, I apologize. Anyway, how does the required score tell you what boss it is? It doesn't. The background color does. So if you rewind in the VOD a little bit, you can tell that the background color is like a deep blue. Arm is like a deep blue. Like if you look at the boss chip for the boss blind, but also if you just look at the background while you're playing against it, Arm is a deep blue. Anyway, Scrandle for the day. Bonus round. Chicken and fries basket with large soda, bacon, cheeseburger. I don't like the onions, bro. Or the bit. I don't like anything about that. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going for the chicken and fries, and we're going to go next. Ooh. See, these are the toughies. Oh, wait, no. This is meatballs, chips, peas, and gravy. They don't even have the decency to give you pie with this one. It's meatballs. Okay, so the right always wins. Never mind. It was $27. Yeah, but the right was some bullshit, bro. What is this? Do I want a burger that somebody dropped? Or do I want the beer bat? What the fuck? It's the beer bat? Because it has beer in the title, but like, hello? Pork katsu with rice or like 20 fries? Yeah, just give me the left, bro. Why the ketchup a di? Fish and chips and it's free. Gimme! That's 52%. It's because of the peas in the background, literally. Potatoes free from the grave of King Frederick II. Excuse me? Excuse me? What is this? Okay, I have to look this up. What is the significance of this? Grave of King Frederick Jesus Christ II. Google, do you have any insight on this? It is only tourist websites. It's only tourism websites. There's nothing about the potatoes that I see. I'm not reading the AI overview, even though it has a picture of potatoes. So it might be that I might be throwing, but I'm trying to stop reading the AI overview because it's so shit. Why do people put potatoes on Frederick the Great's grave? From a Facebook post. The successful potato harvest helped people get through famine, and by the 19th century, potatoes were a German food staple, and Germans continue to be thankful to Old Fritz. Who is Old Fritz? What the fuck am I reading? Is Fritz short for Frederick? Okay, I don't know. I guess potatoes were significant to this dude's history. Lore? The lore was, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't learn much from that, but the lore, I guess, is like intuitive. Anyway, it's the chicken. He's going too deep in the potato lore. And on the contrary, I feel like I didn't even get remotely close to scratching the surface of the potato lore. Nah, it's not short for anything. Yo, we got a Fritz in chat that answered that for us. That's actually hilarious. Thank you, Fritz in chat, for the clarification. Pot meat rectangular pizza. What is pot meat? Is that like pot roast? Because honestly, I've literally never had the thought in my entire life. But now that it's been presented to me, pot roast on pizza, I feel like would kind of slap hard. Am I crazy for saying that? Meat with pot in it, I think. There's actually no shot. There's actually no shot. Okay, chat, you cannot tell me that pot roast on pizza would not go crazy. That would be so good, man. The people saying, anybody who says no to that just has not had good pot roast in their life. I think it's got to be the chicken curry and chips because the right is unidentifiable for me. Unfortunate loss. It is what it is. Chinese chicken skewers, homemade banana, and chocolate cake. The cake takes it. I don't care. The cake takes it. Banana and chocolate is a heavenly combo. You got me fucked up. Chinese chicken curry pie or chicken and chips got to be the chicken and chips just based off of color theory and also pie debuff. Box of popcorn. Yeah, that loses against literally anything. Got me fucked up. Nobody is buying a box of popcorn in this day and age. Ooh, hot dog with cheese pierogis. Pie mash and liquor. This is definitely the top 1% of the pie mash and liquor that we've seen. But it's still pie mash and liquor at the end of the day, and it's up against cheese pierogis. 16% on the cheese pierogis? The people don't know good food, man! What? It's because of the chuddy hot dogs and the cum sauce. It was the mayonnaise debuffed that so hard. That's actually crazy, man. That hot dog looks like a giant chopped up finger. They put the chud dog in the pierogi dish so that you don't want to pick the pierogi. The pierogis are good, man. Just pick out the hot dog. I don't even know what the sauce is, in fairness, because if the sauce is like sour cream, then it's fire. But that looks like mayonnaise, and mayonnaise on pierogis should be like, that should be a crime. You should be able to be hung for such an offense, but I digress. Yeah, the hot dog doesn't even look cooked, to be fair. Pie and 16%, though, I will say. 16%, that's an outlier and a half. That losing is crazy to me, honestly. Anyhow, 7 out of 10 Scrandle. That's not bad. Still a passing grade. Still a passing grade. C's get viewers on Twitch, or however the saying goes. I don't know, man. Can the cuddle refresh? Dude, what the fuck is going on with my camera? Hello? It was the gay bracelet. Do we not think the Scrandle players are woke? Maybe that is meta. Hi, Mr. Focus. My daughter came to tell me your vendor store here is online. I bought a rug from your stand. I received nothing in the mail. I am very disappointed, young man. Sorry, disappointed, young man. I don't know what to tell you. Take it up with my PR department. They should make a pizza shaped like a bowl and put pot roast in it. Wait, now you're cooking, bro. Peanut butter and chocolate is greater than chocolate and banana. Okay, Rugby, you're a new viewer, so I'm going to give you this one for free. The next time you have a take like that, you're getting banned. I'm sorry. That's highly offensive. And that comes from a peanut butter and chocolate glazer. But chocolate and banana, there's just nothing better. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Is the goal of this game just to try to pick the more popular option? Yes, indeed. Anyway, cuddle for the day. I feel like it's straight down the middle. No. Is straight down the middle, we bias towards, I want to say, the right side. So maybe, fuck, not right there. Straight down the middle, bias towards the right. I'm thinking maybe something like this. Maybe even something like this. 45-55. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. That's still a W. That's still a W. Still have yet to drop a cuddle. I say that like it's even remotely an achievement. I've played like 4 cuddles in my entire life, but I'm undefeated. That's all I'm saying. Peanut butter ice cream thoughts. Good. Not... Like, I'll eat it, but I'm never buying it. If I'm at the store looking for ice cream... Like, if I'm at a buddy's house and we just had a really nice meal and they go, hey, I got some peanut butter ice cream for dessert. Do you want one? Or do you want some? I'm probably saying yeah. Just to keep it a stack. Probably saying yeah. However, if I'm, like, at the grocery store and I'm like, damn, I could really go for some ice cream, and I go and, like, peruse the pints... I'm never buying peanut butter ice cream, like, ever. Peanut butter waffle cone? Maybe. Maybe. But that's more so, that's getting into our biases as humans, because that's more so I would be buying that because my girlfriend really likes peanut butter, and so that's something that we could maybe share. In an alternate reality where Focus Shock does not have a girlfriend, I think I would literally buy peanut butter ice cream from the store 0% of the time. White chocolate is so good, but it makes you sick the moment your tongue touches it. No, I disagree. That's crazy. That's crazy. Heading off. See you guys. Have a good stream. Good luck on your runs. I appreciate you, James. Shock, can I get a custom Jokajola rug? I can pick it up from you in Florida. Okay, you get a W for calling it Jokajola. But I'm not a rug salesman, so I really don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Sorry, Dolly. Peanut butter with a spoon? See, I think that's psychotic.
Listen to the Solstice NES menu theme.
If you really want me to do that, shoot me a DM, because I will forget it, and I'm not going to listen to it on stream. Luna with the Prime. Thank you for the 12 months. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Many, many thanks. Let's get the timer up on screen. Yeah, peanut butter straight from the jar with a spoon activity. I'm not going to lie. My girlfriend is like a certified peanut butter-aholic, so to speak, so I would probably get shot 12 times in the chest by her for saying what I'm about to say, but I'm a man of the people. I gotta be honest with you guys, like every politician ever. Hey, +2. Psychopath activity. Psychopath activity. If you're eating peanut butter straight out of the jar, you need a brain scan. That's crazy shit. just eat like fucking Cheetos or some shit like the rest of us, man. If your mid-morning snack is just a spoonful of peanut butter straight out the jar, or the people that I have more of a problem with are the Nutella straight out of the jar folks, but it applies to peanut butter as well, just less so. That shit's fucking weird, dude. I'm sorry. That shit's fucking weird. I would say get a grip. Get a get a more reasonable snack. Somebody in YouTube chat just said, "What about Nutella straight from the jar?" You got about a, I don't know, like a 20-second delay. Pre-fired your ass. It's not that crazy. Maybe not, but I think it is, man. Maybe in the grand scheme of the world, I'm the one that's on the crack pipe. But from my perception of things, if you're eating just spoonful, if you're just raw dog and peanut butter, we got problems, dude. Be right back, dipping my Cheetos in peanut butter. That sounds like an innuendo, I'm not gonna lie. Is that just me, or did anybody else in chat get that feeling? I feel like dipping your Cheeto in peanut butter is like something that could get you banned on Twitch for saying it just like casually. Okay, bang. All right. Investment tag. Hey, we got money. We got a Molt Joker. This is a gimme. We win these. What do we got here? I'll take a judgment out of these. Seltzer. I mean, that's good for the business card. I think with the seltzer, you probably take the death here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think with the seltzer, you absolutely take a death. I'm gonna discard the aces just because if I have the Mad Joker, like, I've got the score, so I don't want to be winning. You know what I mean? Let's go just straight up pair of kings. Let's get crazy with it. She beefing on my stroganoff. I'm actually gonna freak out if chat has this discussion with me present. I fucking hate that meme so much. That's insane, and I would never say any innuendo on the internet. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Kind of weird that people do that. Am I right, Dolly? Smash like if you agree, chat. Dipping my Cheetos in peanut butter almost sounds like some sort of code made up in middle school. I could see that, I guess. Pair slop without scaling jokers? Well, just because we don't have them right now doesn't mean we don't have them. I feel like that was low-key some prophetic shit for a Balatro stream at 11 p.m. CST, but I digress. There's a Cloud9. Focus Shock stream looks inside pair slop. Hey, you know what to expect, and you keep pulling up. Me personally, that means I'm doing a good job. What can I say? What's the best jelly? I think strawberry for sure. Do we think that different jellies are better for different applications? Off the top of, I could maybe see the argument if somebody laid it out to me, but off the top of my head, I'm going to say no. W Hype Train like 7 hours after it should have been? Absolutely. Okay, I'm curious to hear the use case. I think we definitely take that. Maybe a little bit awkward given what we have right now. 1 frame per sometimes. Hype Train. If we don't have them, doesn't mean we don't have them. Got me dying. I mean, that's true, though. Just because we don't have them right now doesn't mean we don't have them. You know what I mean? I hate I hate apple butter. I don't know if I've ever had apple butter in my whole life. Is that like a dialectic thing for apple sauce? Or is there just like an actual thing in the world called apple butter? Call me crazy. Now that we have the Ancient Joker, I think we get rid of you. Can we go for the flash card? If there's an Ankh in here, we just win. With the Ancient Joker specifically, I think there's an application for Black Hole here, but the immolate's just a gimme. The immolate's just a gimme. Okay, now we can just pair slop, so fuck the Ancient Joker. We'll collect the seltzer money with business card until it dies, and then we'll start scaling the bus, and then we just win. There's a Smucker's jelly made of just apples. That's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. What are you gonna do about econ? Are you not? Did you not see when, like, literally 2 seconds ago when my lineup was exclusively econ jokers? You aren't in the South? No, you are correct. I'm not in the South. I'm actually, like, if we're talking specifically about the continental United States, I'm about as far from the South as you can physically get. Maybe plus or minus a little bit. Let's take the chalkboard and now we'll just start scaling our scaling jokers. You sold like 3 econ jokers between me saying that and you reading it? Well, I mean, skill issue, man. Just peer into the future and then we don't have to have this discussion. I don't know what to tell you. Hone your fortune telling skills, man. That's all I can say. So you're in Canada. Didn't I say the continental United States? Shock is a Mainer. Okay, I guess that is I guess that is the furthest that you can get from the South. I'm not a Mainer. Yeah, I guess I wasn't really thinking about the geographical implications of what I said, but I digress. My point was that I'm very far from the South. Shock lives in India? I actually do, yes. Hone Balatro reference, fortune teller Balatro reference. I like the usage of the doc emote. I appreciate you, Goobertron. Everything is a Balatro reference. Dude, it literally is if you think about it. It literally is if you think about it. You're an Alaskan. Buddy, that's not the continental United States. Get this guy doesn't even know geography. This guy's in a Balatro YouTube.com stream and he doesn't even know geography of the United States. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm just kidding. Let's put you over here. I think we skipped the standard pack. Let's do one of these. Michigan is more north than you if you think about it. Reminder that the Upper Peninsula is not yours. Yeah, yet, bro. Yet. Ask us about that in about I reckon about 12 years. I reckon give it about 12 years and then ask that question in this chat again. Where are these numbers in geography? Where are these numbers in geography? I'm not gonna lie, Jeezy. I feel like I'm going crazy reading your chat, but I think it's more of a me problem. I think this is definitely an it's not you, it's me type of situation. I guess give me the talisman. Dude, I need a fucking new mouse. Oh my god, the double clicking problem is getting so bad. We'll take a bootstraps. We got seed money in Ante 3. We got the Cloud 9 with 2 strengths potentially. This is a funny angle. We can make it work. Wisconsinite Inquisition of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Yeah, and guess how many people would be sad about it? Actually go on, guess. Maybe Genie, and that's it. Just because he would have to be closer to me. But that would make me laugh, so I figure we break even, give her just about. Lake, Wisconsin. Mr. Streamer, I have a conundrum. Do I reroll the pillar on high card slop? I think absolutely not, man. There's an antimatter, anti 4. What the fuck? There's a flint boss when I have a foil. That's good enough. Still no blue seal. I'm crashing out. Take a reroll. We do have a Chaos. I think the Cloud 9 is going to be better here, man. Hit me with a Death Fool. My mouse died. I didn't feed it. That's fucking tragic, dude. Streamer, would we take D6 tag here? I mean, I don't think it's necessary by any means, but like maybe just for my own entertainment, yeah. Negative skips? Yeah, I'm not taking negative skips. Spoiler alert, chat. Spoiler alert. Not taking negatives. Negative skips. Miss me with that shit. Behold my least used tag ever. You're telling me that you use like a garbage tag more than a D6 tag, and or a speed tag for that matter? I think you're just playing this game wrong, man. That's a lie? Oh, so now we're lying on the internet? I mean, what the fuck is the world coming to, dude? Top-up tag? Top-up tag is your... I feel like top-up tag actually has applications. Which, like, that makes it... That's kind of, like, funny that I would phrase it that way, but, like, having an application at all is, like, pretty hard for half of the skips in the game. I guess flashcard and bootstraps are kind of counterintuitive to each other unless we have exactly Chaos or a D6 tag. But I'm going to keep both because we're on red stake and you're not my mother. You don't get to tell me what to do. Who on earth would lie on the internet? Dude, Truth Nuke. Who lies on the internet for real? I'm Focushock's dad, by the way. Bro said was good. That's honestly... That's way more of a +2 for me than it should be, because it's really funny to imagine my dad, who is 60 years old and who is not internet literate almost at all, not only having like kind of a fire Twitch username, but also saying what's good at all, but also abbreviating it to WSG. That honestly, that gives me quite a bit of a giggle. That's really funny. What the fuck, man? Can I have like any good shit? Anti-1 black deck orange. Do I take the Eternal Half Joker in the first Buffoon pack? I would say absolutely. I think Eternal Halvesies is like not even that bad of a Joker in general, but when you're, especially on black deck, when you're like desperate for anything that's not terrible, yeah, I think an Eternal Halvesies is kind of a gimme. I just beat black deck on orange stake. GG's, man. Good shit. This is where I farm for like the 9th day in a row that I actually don't think Flint is that bad of a boss. What is your best tip for black deck? I kind of don't have any, and that's kind of just like the nature of black deck. If you're only trying to beat it once, just reset until you get investment tag big blind. You want it specifically in the big blind because if you get it in the small blind, then you're skipping into the big blind with no jokers, and sometimes that can spell calamity. If you're just trying to win it more consistently, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's not much more that I can... We have an extra Joker slot, by the way. If you're just trying to win on black deck more consistently, there's not really a whole lot more that I can tell you other than just become a better gold stake player in general. Because black deck, like, the best tip that I can give you for playing black deck is some stupid shit like just play optimally. Which, like, obviously... you want to be playing optimally, like that's kind of how fucking video games work, so that's kind of a nothing burger point, but like that's the point for black deck, man. For early black deck, it's okay to skip once or twice just to get on your feet real quick. I've been seeing more and more people saying that skipping anti-1 on black deck is good. I just can't see it, man. I can't see the application. Everybody is like, oh, coupon tag is so good. You can skip on black deck because the first blind doesn't mean anything. Well, yeah, but like the first blind doesn't, unless you're on literally yellow deck, the first blind doesn't mean anything anyway. You just want the shop. Is it ever worth skipping for uncommon jokers anti-1 black deck to try to get marble joker? Yeah, every time actually. That's actually what I do to win more black deck runs. Let me know how it goes for you. Coupon tag is insane in BMP. Yeah, but BMP, I know coupon tag is the meta in BMP, but BMP is like vastly different than gold stake, right? Shock's advice, get good loser. Well, I would snap the loser part off of that. I'm never going to call somebody a loser for thinking that the hardest deck in the game is hard. But like that kind of just is in the current state of the game, that kind of just is the definitive advice for black deck is just get good. I think just time with black deck is the way. Yeah, exactly, bro. Speaking of coupon tag, why does it have the same translation in French as voucher tag? Probably, I mean, like, it makes sense, no? Coupon and voucher are, like, kind of the same word even in English. I mean, physically they're not, but, like, when you think of a coupon and you think of a voucher, you probably think of the same fucking, like, physical object, right? So it makes sense. Did I take a purple seal and then immediately grab a burger? Okay, I need to lock in. Actually, no, I don't. It's red steak, but I digress. Just made me laugh, you saying just play optimally. I mean, yeah, that's like, that's just the state of black deck, man. I don't know what to tell you. That shit sucks. Just put more hours in the game and you'll start getting better at like micro. And once you get better at micro, you get better at black deck. I have yet another black deck question. Do I take the shop 1 castle on gold? I mean, if you have like a molt joker, honestly, I think black deck early game is like so finicky that I would probably prioritize a molt joker in the first shop over castle. But like if your first pick is castle or like some bullshit, castle's pretty good, man. I think I'm just gonna put chalkboard all the way to the left and just win. I'm not gonna lie. I got 8 hands and a bunch of money. D6 tag big blind. Nope. Again, you have burger. Why'd you take extra discard? There, it actually kind of like there's some justification for just getting the voucher out of the pool, like unironically. If I wasn't like completely rich, then that's a stupid play. But when you have this much money, like it's not, that's actually not as much of a harebrained play as one might assume. The purple seal was completely fucking stupid though. It's insane. I'm riding the bus currently. It's going well. Riding the bus always goes well, man. Dude, also, I gotta say, for anybody who maybe has pulled up to the streams because you see the Joker pulls on the YouTube channel, or just for people who are familiar with the YouTube channel Joker pulls in general, bro, I gotta say it, the amount of Squimbo doubters in the Joker pulls is crazy, man. Do people not play Gold Stake? Do the responders of the polls just actually not touch Gold Stake? Unseen hates Squimbo? Well, that's because Unseen doesn't play Gold Stake. Unseen plays Cryptid, so that's why he hates Squimbo. And that makes contextual sense. But like, there's so many people on YouTube for the Joker poll, because Squimbo was in the Joker poll today, and there were so many motherfuckers on YouTube who were like, bro, Squimbo's not even that good, man. There were so many people that were like, Squimbo's not even that good. Like 4 chips per hand, like it needs a buff. Bro, if Squimbo got buffed, it would be the best Joker in the game. Even if they buffed it by 1 chip. If it scaled by 5 chips per hand instead of 4, Especially for it being like a $4 common or whatever, it would be the best shit ever, man. What? It's crazy to me how people look at Squimbo and they're like, yeah, he needs a buff. He's honestly not that good. There are less chip jokers and even less scaling chip jokers. Yeah, exactly, man. Square can get you through anti-6. Square is just like unbelievably good, man. If you get a square in the early game, it's like not uncommon. They get that shit to like 200 plus chips, which is a lot of chips. And people are so like quick to just be like, get blue seals, idiot. Like blue seals are so good, stupid. Just get more blue seals and then you're fine. But it's like, okay, idiot, you don't fucking like your ass is not the seed master for Balatro. You're not you can't dictate that you're gonna get a blue seal in your shop. So if you have the option for Squimbo, you take him. And then if you get a blue seal later, well, that's fire, because now you just have like a shitload of chips. Castle is better than Square Joker, but yeah, it's really good. I think they're about on the same playing field, honestly. Castle has a higher ceiling, but that motherfucker also whiffs more than any Joker in the entire game. Like, unironically, I think Idol whiffs less than Castle, which logically doesn't make any sense because Idol can hit, like, oftentimes 40 plus things, and Castle can only hit 4 things, but, like, Castle historically just does not hit what you want it to literally ever. Castle whiff still net like 9 or 12 chips, which is good. Yeah, true that. That is very fair. Unironically, it's never missed for me. Have you taken Castle like 4 times in your whole life? Castle scales 30 per round. What do you mean, man? Squimbo scales +0 per round. The fucking checkered deck propagandists. I'm gonna start fucking banning them from this chat, man. I swear to God. Where my yellow deck truthers at? Actually, where my magic deck truthers at? Castle never missed for me. You've never taken an offsuit blue seal in your whole life. So swear on whomever you have the closest connection to in your personal life. You've never taken an offsuit blue seal ever. It's midnight for me, so I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, focus. Have fun with your Balatro dingling. Thank you, Galaxy. Hope you sleep well, man. Thank you for pulling up. Just don't hit the 1 in 55, my bro. Bro, I'm not the one hitting it, okay? You're at the mercy of Castle, and Castle gives you the middle finger every opportunity that it gets. And I'm saying this as a Castle Glazer, just so we're clear. Yeah, my ass is playing high cards here. You got me fucked up if you oh wait, no, I literally can't play high cards or I'm going to die. Okay, so let's do this. That's a pair. Oh, that just wins. Okay, well, that was a lot less bad than it had to be. Or than it could have been, I guess. What do we got? Crimson Heart? That's a gimme. Offsuit cards make it harder to hit flushes, the objective best hand in the game. They gotta be stopped, bro. They gotta be stopped. Don't truth nuke that all in vain. Do not type all caps truth nuke. I'm pre-firing it. God damn it! God. Shit, that was really funny. I can't lie. Okay. We're just taking some bullshit in these charm tags. I don't care. Sure, give me a gold card into another High Priestess for another pair level. Tempe Hungman? There's gotta be some kind of me when joke with that, but I don't know. Yellow deck, best deck. I think the yellow deck truthers are a dying breed, man. I respect it, honestly, because I'm still quite fond of yellow deck myself, but I think the yellow deck truthers are a dying breed. I think more and more people are starting to turn to the dark side that is blue deck. Yellow deck Loki just worse blue deck. I will die on the yellow deck hill. I think yellow deck is absolutely more noob friendly. But once you got like 1,000 hours in this game, blue deck is just like way better. Sad +2, I still prefer yellow. Yeah. I think yellow is easier to play on average. Not to say that blue deck is difficult to play, but there's a little bit of nuance to blue deck if you get like shite early games. Yellow deck, if you should get a shite early game, there's no nuance whatsoever. You just click the reroll button. I don't like blue, but I'm playing it for streaks. Yeah, pretty much same here. Easier to play? Damn, I wonder what deck is so easy and good. Fuck off. I will die on the abandoned deck kill. I still want to test out abandoned deck win streaks. I completely forgot the entire run that we took antimatter. I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally did the Doc Spectred thing during the speedrunning event, during the Ludwig event. I completely forgot that antimatter was a thing. But all right. Abandoned kind of kills your econ, low-key. Does it? In what sense? Who the fuck plays Abandoned? Except Phantom. Abandoned is hot. Is it just... Are we saying just because there's like a lot of face card econ gen? Because I could understand that, but if we're trying to make a nuanced point about like, oh, the early game is like slightly harder. Faceless Business, Midas, and Reserved. Yeah, see, like that, I can get around. Does it make that much of a difference though? Probably. I don't know, man. I still want to test it purely because I feel like Abandon deck making your blue seals super prevalent has to give it some potency. Fixed my pareidolia, Truth Nuke. Have you unlocked Satellite yet? Yes. We've unlocked everything except for 3 legendaries and the 2 jokers where it's like you gotta skip to unlock them, which I believe is Wee and Mary Andy. Giorgio with the follow, welcome in. You just take the summit. I want to look in the pack, but I think you're supposed to just take the summit. It's fucking green stake. I should have looked in the pack. There could have been something funny in there, but whatever. Mary Andy was my last Joker unlock. I think my last actual unlock, I think, was Satellite, but my last unlock in general for completionist was Yo Rick, because that motherfucker that would not pull up for like a solid, I don't even know how many runs. It was like a solid 2 weeks straight of playing Gold Stake, and I did not see Yo Rick. Just refused to show himself. It was fucked up. Thunk should make a deck that starts with every seal on a random card. That would be really funny, honestly. Can you convince me that hologram is bad? Having it in what feels like half my wins makes me feel like a bad player. Hologram? No, I can't convince you because hologram is fucking goated. I don't know if you think hologram is bad or if somebody told you that hologram is bad. If somebody told you that hologram was bad, though, at least in the context of Gold Stake Balatro, they have like 2 hours in the game. Deck bloat is bad, actually. Me when I lie. Truth Nuke. Truth Nuke, all caps. Caught. Anyway, I'm never letting go of that. That was one of the highlights of my career. There was that recent Reddit post saying hologram is the most underappreciated Joker. I feel like there's a little bit of truth to that, but like the truth to it is that nobody talks about it because everybody knows that it's like good. There's not truth to it because it's bad. There's truth to it just because like nobody really gives it praise because like literally everybody who has touched this game is like, yeah, it's a good Joker. Like they already, it's just intuition. There's nothing to say. Do we take a Matador here? Clubs boss? We take a Matador here. Go next. Deck bloat is such a non-issue in Balatro Loki. If you don't play like straights, it doesn't actually matter as much as like other deck builders. That's very fair, honestly. Yeah, deck bloat really is like a non-issue a lot of the time. Because pairs are so good. That's a lot of it. I think deck bloat in a sense of like having too many cards is still kind of an issue, but I think deck bloat in a sense of like having a high density of kind of shitty cards, I feel like that's like a nothing burger, if that makes sense. Like deck bloat, you're never sad about deck bloat if you have like, you know, a lot of shitters. You're just sad about deck bloat if you have, like, if you're not drawing your hand. I don't know if what I said made any sense whatsoever. I feel like the words that just tumbled out of my mouth were fucking absolutely nonsensical, but I'm assuming that people get where I'm coming from. I thoroughly enjoy your YouTube videos critiquing lukewarm Reddit takes like negative eternal egg being bad. I like making them, but I feel like I gotta make them like, I gotta cut myself to like making those types of videos once in a blue moon because I feel like I reiterate a lot of the same points. Which is also why I didn't have a, excuse me. That's also why I didn't have a tier list review in the most recent video, despite the fact that I do actually like enjoy the tier list reviews quite a lot. It's just the same shit that gets said in like every tier list review. Let's just make another queen, I guess. I don't think molt cards are really doing anything for us. Right, meow? Garbage. I want a reason to not take it like every time, referring to hologram. I guess if you want to win less, that's like a reason to not take it every time. Other than that, I kind of can't help you, dude. Negative eternal egg is just a waste of money. What do you mean? Average raffle chatter. Average raffle chatter, parentheses, they have 10 hours in the game. Even more accurate parentheses, they have never played the game. You should copy Matador when Hook discards your 2 cards so you get the payout twice. Matador is so fucked up, man. Hate it here. Give me the rebate. Shop 1 burnt is gonna save my ass. Shop 1 burnt is such a godsend, bro. So good. These are all terrible. That's so sick. I could smell that Mercury card in there, though. Anyway, let's go like this. Let's play the pair copying nothing. What the fuck is wrong with Matador? Hook should be textbook Matador trigger, man. How do you say parentheses? Exactly how I just said it. Also known as how it's intended to be said, but y'all aren't ready for that conversation. Irrationally with the Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. Appreciate you. Parent and testes. Yeah, something like that. Any clippers? I didn't even do anything that weird. I just had a $50 temperance guy with the negative eternal egg. I mean, this is fun. Honestly, as a foil, this is a gimme. And honestly, with a level 4 pair, we're ante 3. I'm taking the red card. You can't stop me. Speculative Eternal Oops. I think Speculative Oops is an always. I think Speculative Eternal Oops, there's a lot more. There's a lot more room for error there. Fuck it, we ball. I actually don't know if this wins. I'm assuming it does because it's fucking green stake, and green stake is like chud energy. But it's entirely possible that I just doomed myself to die there. Luckily, I'm goated, so I didn't. Fuck 8-ball enjoyers. Not copying the duo so I can get more rebate value. Same shit. Why do I have to think on my runs? Man, I ask myself the same question every single time I hit the go live button. Tell me about it, bro. Speculative Eternal Photo OP. Me when I'm on Abandon deck. Smash like, good joke. Anyway. There's going to be a blue seal in here, which is going to create a calamitous choice for skipping the red card. I meant in here. Actually, I meant in the next standard pack. Cutting Raffle Chatter energy, though. 8-ball plus Chad is tech. I mean, yeah, but, like, I kind of don't have a rebuttal, honestly. Wraith gave Brainstorm, I win. Bro's taking Wraith on black deck. Honestly, nah, you know what? That's probably the best time. I haven't taken an Obelisk yet? What the fuck have I been doing on this profile, man? What? Actually, what have I been doing on this profile? How have I not discovered Obelisk? That's my goat right there. Okay, can I draw a pair, though? My discards are so valuable, man. Why are you making me use these Johns? I guess I can just play a straight and then, like, accept the fact that I'm going to have to reset Obelisk. Superior with the follow. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, we reset the Obelisk. We get the 6 molt from the red cards. Raffle Chatter energy is streamer luck whenever the streamer experiences a 1 in 10,000 event after 10,000 tries. Truth nuke. The rebate is the better copy here because we just do this. Holy value, by the way. Anyway. I have to sleep because of important business stuff. Sleep dreams good, many, yes. Back at you, Tyrannus. Thank you for pulling up, man. Don't want to foil Vagabond. Let's go Arcana pack. This is a pretty damn good block. I'll take a $17 Ruski Temperance. That's pretty big. Skip for the card. Mime. I don't have a blue seal, so fuck that. Gay Mystic Summit. I think I would rather just have the Fool Temperance. Take like a handful more rerolls. Okay, everything in my lineup is foil. Fantastic. Obelisk and goat in the same sentence. Hashtag I dog. It's okay. Not all of us have to be good at gold stake, you know. I appreciate you anyway, because, you know, the more people who are bad at gold stake, the better that I look for being good at it. So, like, I get it. It's okay. I do appreciate your existence in the community. This Bean and Devious Joker gold stickers are being elusive. Bean and Devious Joker. Those are like the 2 of the worst gold stickers of all time. That's tragic, man. Hope you get those locked. I think high card wins here, and I also don't want to be playing high cards. because I don't want to reset the obelisk. Or I don't want to scale the obelisk and then have to reset it again. Devious Joker is good on Painted Man? Nah, I just hard disagree. Because I'm assuming the line there is it's good on Painted because you can play straights easier on Painted, but if you can play straights easier on Painted, then why do you need a Devious Joker? Because Devious Joker is ass after like 4 Saturn cards. Honestly, Devious Joker is good until you get like 1 Saturn card, and then it's kind of a nothing burger. It's playable on Painted, but I don't think it's good on like any deck. Obelisk won me Black Deck Gold Stake. I will never shame Obelisk. Obelisk is so good. Gold Stake, Schmold Stake, I still think Obelisk is buns regardless of stake. You can say that you don't like it, and like that's, you know, that's fair. I can't give you hardship for saying that you don't like it, but I can absolutely give you hardship for saying it's bad, because it's just not, like, provably, bro. Obelisk is unironically probably one of the top 5 win rate jokers in the game. Okay, it's not. That's definitely wrong. However, it's only not because people don't know how to use it. That's entirely wrong, what I just said, and I acknowledged it, but it's a player-based diff and not an obelisk diff. Devious is just a way worse runner. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You play like 10 to 15 of one hand, and then you just play any other hand, and you get a ton of X-Molt. Yeah, exactly. I once beat Doc with Obelisk. I think it's top 3. Ooh, that's got to up its numbers, honestly. Beating Doc. That's pretty good. Castle falls off after Blue Stake. It does, but it's still really good. It's kind of a rebate situation. Like, rebate falls off after Blue Stake, but that doesn't mean rebate's bad. Castle's just such a good joker that you kind of don't feel the fall off. Or, like, it's not that you don't feel the fall off, but the fall off just kind of doesn't matter because it's that good, in my opinion. Do you think Erosion should be buffed? Probably, but I don't really know how you'd buff it. I'm not even going to say probably. I think it definitely should be buffed. I'm going to buy this motherfucker just to get him in the collection. It's a stupid play since we're about to be playing Black Stakes, but I don't care. I'm tired of seeing him pop up in the shop and not be discovered. I think Erosion is in a really bad spot in the game right now, and I do think it should be buffed, but I don't really know how you buff it. Because, like, Erosion's not bad purely by the numbers. If we're just looking at the numbers, Erosion's like a really good scaling joker. The problem with Erosion is just like literally no build in the entire game cares about it. Because if you're running a pair build, then you don't care about deck fixing, and then transitively you don't care about Erosion. And if you're not running a pair build, then you're probably running a build that does care about deck fixing. But then if you're running a build that cares about deck fixing, it probably has high base molt. And if you have a high base molt, then like plus molt jokers don't matter after like anti-5, no matter how high they are. Like straights. Or like, so I think straights are the best example. Like, straights want a deck fix so they can hit their straights more, but straights, like, once you hit, like, anti-5 with a straight build, your base molt on your straight is already, like, 72. Obviously, I'm, you know, hyperbolizing, but, like, the sentiment is there. So it's like, why am I taking an Erosion if with my planet level, a plus 72 Erosion is still, like, a fucking times 1.5 to my build overall? And like you don't solve that by just like, oh, make Erosion like scale by +5 instead. Like Erosion's still gonna be like +4 per card removed is a really, really good rate, in honesty. It's just circumstantial that Erosion is bad. I have a friend who I just introduced to Balatro. He always goes straight builds for some reason, and every build he sends me is a straight build. Hey, sometimes we all got hands that we gravitate towards, man. It's alright. Erosion is still one of my favorite jokers. I do like Erosion, to be fair. I think Erosion has a good design, and I think it has fun art. But I think it's just unfortunately pretty bad. Credit card, whee! Streamer, why do you skip planet cards sometimes? Admittedly, I shouldn't the vast majority of the times that I do skip them, but the reason why I even skip planet cards to begin with is to preserve whatever's in my Fool. Which I kind of just do it now habitually. I just like unintentionally skip because of that. But the idea with skipping planet packs is like, okay, say I rip a small celestial pack, I'm playing pairs. The small celestial pack yields a Venus card, a Neptune card, and a Jupiter card. I'm a pair build. I don't give a fuck about any of those. Usually you just want to take those, take one of them, so that you have, like, maybe, you know, if you're playing against the Eye, maybe with a higher planet level, you have a less chances of failure. Or, like, maybe if you're, you know, taking Saturn levels and you come across, like, a needle or something, maybe some glass cards get you over the finish line, etc. and so on. There's a lot of use cases for taking just, like, bummy planet cards. But the idea, okay, like, this is a good example. This is my Celestial pack. I don't give a fuck about any of these. Actually, I do, because I'm playing Obelisk, but pretend that I don't. What's in my Fool right now? Hungman. Hungman, really valuable card. So the acknowledgement is, okay, if I'm taking one of these planet cards, I'm removing Hungman from my Fool. If I find a Fool, Hungman's really good. Probably it doesn't matter, but it matters enough where I've built up the habit of just skipping planet cards. And to be clear, I don't think that's a good habit. Because everything in Balatro is contextual. I don't think you should be building any habits. But it is a habit. It is just like something to keep in mind. Is if you take a shit planet card, even if you're just like doing it just to be taking something from a pack, so you're not like losing value in the pack, you could be losing value from future Fools. Anyway. There's no support for erosion. It's only Hungmen, trading card, and glass. Unreliable, and it hits only plus molt. Adding cards is just way easier than removing. Loki should swap. Erosion is X molt. Hologram is plus molt. I feel like that would honestly work pretty well. I kind of like that. I feel like it doesn't make contextual sense, though. No, wait. You keep the same mechanic, though? No. That makes sense, then. I was thinking swapping mechanics for some reason. I agree with that take. Bang. Do we start scaling the obelisk now? Probably. Probably. Why wouldn't you skip any planet that isn't Jupiter? Because pairs are the best build in the game, idiot. What, did you just friggin' install this game in the Steam summer sale? Much to learn, young Padawan. Bang. Dr. House. Both of these skip tags are dog shit. I have 2 foils, man. I don't even need, like, Mercury levels. Just let me skip all this shit. Takes Telescope with Abi. Oh, Truth Nuke. Truth Nuke. And I played a pair. What the fuck am I doing? Hello? I'm throwing for content. Best streamer of all time. What's good? Have the new viewers been informed of carpet scams? Chat, I'm not a carpet salesman from Key West. I don't know what to tell you guys. I just flat out do not know. What the fuck? Photo chat is widowy to best. W Raffle chatter. Where's my +2s? Anyway. See, we kind of just did the same thing there. 2 pair? Okay, how many? I've played 23 pairs. Okay, I'm literally never crashing this obelisk unless I do it deliberately. What's the lowest you've stacked an obelisk to in one in hands, I mean? I honestly do not know. I don't have the recollection of such stats in my head. So I couldn't tell you. But it's probably a fairly unimpressive number. I almost never start scaling an obelisk unless I've played like 20 of one hand baseline. On painted deck, I won with an obelisk stacked with full house. That's high key aura, I'm not gonna lie. That's obelisk stacked on full house is pretty sexy. Discard for the gold and or the blue seal. All right, cool. Nah, man, like I didn't want it anyway. It's okay. I went with Obby full house once on a ban. 12 full houses. That's so funny. All right, I guess we're taking negative tags. Not because I want to, just because it's good content. Oh my god, wow, look how many negative tags we have. You're so engaged. Click the like button. All right, we shift blueprint over here now. Negative showman into 7 negative stencils. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, get this guy out of here. It's literally impossible. Pogging out my mind for all those negatives. Just be orange stake, black deck. GG's, bro. Good shit. Streamer took negative skip on anaglyph deck. Clearly means that's the best C++ strat. Guy watching a streamer playing green stake. I was 12k off of beating black deck. That's actually tragic. Okay, those are 2 really funny negatives to get all in a row. Negative loyalty card looks sexy. I'll say it. Negative raised fist looks like dog shit. I'll say it. Honestly, not the worst negatives in the world, all things considered. Negative Chad and negative loyalty card are pretty sexy. Negative drunkard also not bad. The rest of them kind of fucking don't matter at all. Also, if we were C++ing, excuse me, after like any number of runs, loyalty card is like the only one of these that the average person would not already have stickered after like 3 wins. Your webcam was in the way. I didn't know how many negative tags you had. Well, you should have just been keeping thwack, buddy. Negative fist, ew. I really don't like negative raised fist. Which I feel like is counterintuitive. Why did I play a pair? What the fuck is wrong with me? Hello? It literally doesn't matter. We're still winning, but like, what the hell? Bro, I'm autopiloting pair slop. It's actually an epidemic. Negative odd tot is my favorite negative. I normally like the greens on the negatives. I'm normally a big fan of green negatives, but raised fist just looks so ass in the green. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. It just looks so bad. Sure, that's pretty good. $48 temperance card. First actual like non-dog shit negative skip because it upped our temperance value. Negative blueprint is just really nice. Fellas, I gotta say, negative blueprint's pretty mid. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry. I really am. Negative blueprint's pretty fucking mid, dude. I'm not gonna just flat out say that it's bad, because I think that's a pretty facetious statement, but it's pretty, like, unremarkable, I would say. It's just a different shade of blue, man. It'd be like pissing yourself over shiny Garchomp. Like, there's a little bit of novelty to it, but also, like, dude, it's just a different shade. Love that the wiki shows negative versions of Jokers so you can compare them. I also love that as a content creator because I can get assets for negative Jokers so easily. Negative Baseball is my boy. Negative Baseball is really cool, honestly. One of the best negatives is Shortcut. I actually don't recall negative Shortcut. Whoa! Judu with the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Raiders, we're working on 100%ing a second profile. Crazy, I know. I only have 100% under my belt with like 1,500 hours in this game, give or take. Welcome in, Raiders. Judo, hope we had a fantastic stream. Hope everything went well over on your end. Yeah, that's the plan. That orbital tag was actually like kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Also, loyalty cards doing a thing! Because one night isn't enough? Hell yeah. Appreciate the raids, man. Many thanks. Negative Grow Michelle is sick. I'll also say, and I think this one I am completely wrong on, I don't like either of the negative bananas. I think their coloration is really ugly. Loyalty card save? True, we were dead there without the loyalty card. GGWP. All right, we got everybody up to green stakes. Now we can start rocking the black stakes sequentially again. We had some great runs until Plasma. That seems about par for the course. That's so fair. Glad you at least had a couple of good runs, though. Let's go for diamonds. Okay, let's go for spades. I lied. God damn it. If Thunk added X chips in 1.1, how would you feel? I mean, like, I wouldn't be ecstatic about it by any means. Also, Thunk has stated explicitly that he's not going to add X chips, so that would seem like very out of character. But like X chips are like really stupid, honestly. Like, I don't know if it's a hot take to not like X chips, but like, especially in mods that do X chips, I really don't enjoy X chips. It's kind of just like, I mean, it's cool for Plasma deck, I guess. But like, it's literally just the same exact thing. Like, it's just meaningless. There's the red card sharp. Just put the win in the bag. X chips and X molt do the exact same thing. It's still just a ×2. Yeah, exactly. It influences exactly Plasma deck, which, to be fair, that would have like good consequences for gold stake, but other than that, that's like, it's the biggest who cares of all time. X chips is fun in theory, but there's really no reason for it to exist. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. We have X chips. It's called molt. Wait, true. How has nobody thought of this, man? How has nobody thought of just like a multiplier that you put like maybe right here? I don't know, man. Second eternal satellite of the run. Am I correct? In 3 rounds? The fuck, man? No, I don't want him. Get him off my screen, quite frankly. Needle, classic. Anti-1 sharp into anti-2 needle, classic. You love it. Excuse me. Greed. Per discard increases the chips required to win, but you gain $8. Oh, it's a new Joker concept? I don't know if I hate it. I think it could be interesting. Do we take a crafty Joker just so we don't die to the needle? I think we do. Really makes me sad to miss out on the Midas Mask, but if we have Burnt Joker and Red Card in our lineup, then we kind of just don't need the money. Well, we do to scale the Red Card, but like, that's not the point that I'm trying to articulate. You could win with this lineup already. That's the point that I'm trying to articulate. Chat said it way better. Far better than I could have ever hoped to myself. I hate X chips because I think people just want free Plasma wins. Can I tell you the truth? I don't think it's because... I don't think people want X chips. If I'm being brutally honest, I don't think people want X chips because they want free Plasma wins. I think people want X chips because they're dog shit at math and don't realize that it's literally the same thing as X molt. If you polled the average person on why they want X chips, I guarantee you at least half of the people who want it do not realize that it's literally the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm going to save money. I think we're not dead to needle unless we low roll the flush draw, which if that happens, it just is what it is. We go next. We already lost the win streak, so, like, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to lie, the para level up was not even intentional there, but it is really funny and it is appreciated. Give me straight flush for the boys. Ah, rats. I think I'm dead, actually, right? I needed to scale red card there. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, never mind. Okay. We actually beat gold stake needle there. All right. Cool. Hey, rewarded. Cool. Well, that's, yeah. That's nice. I guess. Balatro challenge where every X-Molt Joker becomes X-Chips as a joke. That would be a really funny, like, April Fool's challenge deck type of thing. Honestly, I'd be so down for that. Do you think blue deck is good / better than yellow deck for gold stake streaking? I used to think yellow deck was just the best for gold stake win rate, but I've been playing a lot of blue recently, and I honestly think it's at least on par with yellow. We literally just talked about this not too long ago in stream, and my consensus that I have come to is I think yellow deck is way better for when you're getting into win streaking. And you're maybe, like, not as good at micro, so to speak. I think once you have any amount of win streaking, like, it's more noob friendly is what I'm getting at, but I think once you have literally any amount of win streak experience, as it were, under your belt, I think blue deck is just hands down better for sure. Bang. Try checkered. No, checkered is not better than blue deck, bro. No fucking way, man. I don't know, I can't say that definitively because I haven't, like, actually tried it, but I'm gonna say it definitively because, I don't know. I reckon I just feel like it. I mean, I have the bust, so I don't really need to be scaling the red card all that desperately. I think I'm just going to save my doubloons, as it were. I think there's a better shot of checkered being better than blue versus yellow, at least. Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that take. Black deck is the best. You get an extra joker slot. You want to know something crazy? Is that's unironically what I thought when I was in my first, like, 30 hours of this game. Unironically, my first, like, 30 hours of this game, I was like, bro, black deck is the most broken shit ever. Who cares if I have -1 hand, man? I get the +1 joker slot. I'm just winning, bro. Who cares? And then I, like, played black deck 2 more times, and I was like, oh, wait, there's levels to this shit. Thoughts on Zodiac? I personally don't like it, but I know I'm in the minority. And I do think it's like a straight up good deck. Is red deck a genuine consideration in streaking? No, I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. I mean, you can. Like, red deck's not bad by any means. You could win streak on red deck, but, like, you're kind of nerfing yourself. It's not better than, like, a lot of the decks in the game. Like, it's not better. It's not. It's almost always worse blue deck. And, like, on average, it's worse. It's worse than yellow. It's worse than ghost. I would even probably say it's worse than abandoned. It's worse than checkered. Like, it's just not good. I think you can, to tell you the truth, I think if you're a good enough gold stake player, you can win streak on any deck in the game that is not plasma or black. I think if you have enough hours in the game and you're good enough at micro, I think you can unironically get like a double-digit win streak with any deck in the game that is not black deck or plasma deck. And even plasma deck, maybe if you like just grinded plasma deck, you could get a double-digit win streak with it. But all of the other decks in the game, I think you can win streak with. I think the debate is more so just like what are the most consistent ones. Fawn with the follow. Welcome in. I think it's smart game design that red deck is the first deck you play, since I feel like new players are a lot more likely to waste / need extra discards. Truth nuke, man. Not shitting on the newer players to this game at all whatsoever. I love it, especially with a game that is like not so old, but with a game that hasn't been updated in such a long time relative to its release. I love it when new players like come into my chat and they're like, hey, I'm new at this game, you know, having a lot of fun with it. I absolutely love that. But bro, y'all who are new at Balatro, I've seen it in so many like Twitch streamers that I've rated that are like clearly variety streamers, and they're like, oh, let's play Balatro for the first time. Like, I've seen it in so many people who have played Balatro for the first time. You guys suck at discarding when you start this game. And I was guilty of it too. This is not a holier than thou take. It's everybody who is new to Balatro fucking sucks at discarding, man. Everybody who has played, like everybody their first time playing this video game is ass at discarding. Horrible. Not good at it. Motherfuckers have 4 cards in their hand for a straight, and they discard like the other 2 or whatever to get their last straight card. Like, no, bro. That's you're not even gonna get close to what you're trying to achieve here. It's just not happening. I'm still ass at the whole video game. True. Welcome in, Unseen. Unk. No, I'm just kidding. I love you. I had to get my blows in. I only see you in here like every so often, so I have to make fun of you like as highly concentrated as I possibly can, if that makes sense. Welcome in, man. Hope all is well with you. Apparently I look old now too. Fuck my Chungus life. Dude, you literally don't. Just actually. Anyway, did I say Dot with the follow? If I didn't thank Dot for the follow, thank you, Dot, for the follow. I know I thanked Fawn for the follow. I got some messages to read. Yo, I love your content. I'm subbed on YT. Thank you. Quick question. I've been trying to get my score into the E range, but can't seem to get past 100 mil-ish. I'm running checkered and try to push all my cards towards Steel King of Hearts. My ideal setup is Mime, Baron, Oops, Bloodstone, Troubadour. Any advice? I reliably get to ante-12 all the time, but after that, it's kind of a wash. I mean, listen, dude. You know exactly the build that you're going for. You know exactly the card that you want to copy. It's just like, it's just game knowledge is going to get you the rest of the way there. Like, there's not much good at you. You know, you have a deck that you presumably like playing. Checkered deck is a very noob-friendly, very, like, good deck, very strong deck. So I like that you're playing checkered deck trying to get a high score. You know that you want to play Baron Mime. Oops, Bloodstone, I would say, is bad. I would say if the one thing to improve about that build is I would say for high score builds, you want to be doing retrigger on play or retrigger in hand. You don't want to do both, because if you try to do both, then it dilutes both. Like, you want to full send the Baron Mime strategy, or you want to full send the Oops Bloodstone strategy, because if you try to do both, then it's going to make both worse. Because, like, okay, for instance, if you do Baron Mime, then instead of Bloodstone Oops, you can replace those guys with Blueprint Brainstorm. I don't know if you have Brainstorm unlocked, but I'm assuming you do if you have Checkered deck unlocked. You can replace those with Blueprint Brainstorm. That makes your score way better. And then likewise, if you're doing Oops Bloodstone, you can replace Mime Baron Troubadour with, let's say, Blueprint Brainstorm Dusk, maybe? As like another retrigger joker, or maybe Sock and Buskin, and that's going to make your score better. Hopsy with the raid. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Raiders, we're yapping with chat right now. But currently, we're working on a very long project, trying to get 100% completion on a second profile. Working on getting all the decks through Blackstake. Hopsy, hope you had a good stream. Thank you for the raid. Anyhow, so yeah, for like high score builds, you want to do one strategy or the other. Don't do both. Don't like double dip strategies. Concentrate more on one. Aside from that, you already know the strat that you want to do. And if you're getting to like ante-12 anyway, you say you reliably get to ante-12 all the time, but after that, it's kind of a wash. I would say just play the game more, essentially. If you're getting to ante-12, you kind of already know what you're doing. You just need to improve in like some other smaller areas Like maybe your econ needs to be better so that you get more of the steel kings in your deck, and etc. and so on. Maybe you need to pay more attention to your boss blinds. Maybe we're dying to some late plants and stuff like that. So maybe you need to concentrate more on getting like director's cut vouchers or luchador jokers or stuff like that. But like if you're already getting that far, I would just say keep throwing yourself at it and you'll get there eventually for sure. I'm trying to get gold stake on checker deck, but fail extremely consistently. I try to switch to pairs when I can after I set up my early games with flushes. Any advice? Checker deck gold stake, you don't have to play pairs. I think it's the one deck in the entire game aside from maybe a Bannon deck and probably, okay, there's a lot of decks in the game actually. There's like 3 or 4 where you don't want to be playing pairs, but mostly you want to be pair pilled. Pairs win a lot of gold stake runs. Checker deck, throw that out the window because your deck is only 2 suits. You can play flushes. So if you find it easier to be playing flushes, first and foremost, just play flushes on gold stake checkered. You don't need to make that pivot to pairs. Aside from that, scaling jokers make the difference when you're playing pairs. Scaling jokers and then any reliable X-Molt. So like card sharp, easy pair win condition. Anything that scales, hologram, constellation, madness. If you're willing to like sift through a bunch of Eternals, easy win conditions. Big part of pairs in the early game is econ, because pairs are kind of weak in the early game, so you want to be re-rolling to get like better and better jokers. So make sure you're doing everything you can to like be absorbing as much money as you can. But I mean, other than that, yeah, I can't really give you any advice. I don't know. I would need more info. Anyway. Sorry, I was I'm not to the next chats yet. That was a long tangent. Thank you, chat, for chiming in with tips as well. Good luck on the run. Thank you. How do you feel about Dusk versus Card Sharp in the late game? In the late game, Dusk is way better. Dusk is way better in the late game. In general, Card Sharp is better for like gold stake, but if you're trying to get high scores all center around retrigger builds. Dusk oftentimes amounts to like a times. It amounts to a lot more than Card Sharp's 3x per hand. And because you're doing like retrigger builds, normally you just want the one big hand anyway. Like you don't want a lot of small hands for like big high score runs. You just want one big hand, and Dusk contributes to that. So definitely Dusk. Didn't Bean already do this shit and finished like 13 days ago? Probably, but I digress. Thanks, man, and thanks to chat. Advice taken. Super appreciate the lengthy response. Yeah, no problem. Dot. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you very much. No problem, Fawn. Hey, Shock, how are you? Welcome in, Zedden. Appreciate you. At Focus Shock, are you good at Naninf math? Not really, but I've Naninfed, what, twice? I'm decent with high score stuff. So if you have Naninf questions, I mean, you can just ask them, and if I can't give you an answer, I can direct them to chat. Anyway, welcome in Terroirs as well. Focus, how do I stop getting rage? How do I stop getting raging at Balatro multiplayer? How do I stop raging at BMPs? I'm assuming what you're asking. Just don't play it. Do you have a lot of experience with multiplayer? IMO, it's very boring and repetitive. I don't. I think the Balatro multiplayer scene is very cool. I don't have the patience for it for the reason that you said. I mean, don't get me wrong, gold stake streaking is a lot of min-maxing, but Balatro multiplayer is, like, I would say even more min-maxing than that. I think I could probably get into it, and I think I could probably be decent at it if I put, like, a lot of time into it, but I kind of just don't want to put a lot of time into it, to be completely honest, when I'm already putting a lot of time into gold stake streaking. Was it ever a telescope angle there? Maybe. I've only ever played BMP Lamau. That's crazy, honestly. And I know that's, like, not entirely uncommon. But that's kind of wacky to me that people only play multiplayer. Once you go multiplayer, you can't go back. Maybe that's why I'm not going multiplayer. I'm on a good run to get my first non-Perkeo Naninf. Got it once with Perkeo already. What ante do I need to pass for me to not beat Serpent before I have enough cards in hand? Plinkus said 22. Chat, do we have any Naninf mathers? I want to say 20. I want to say Naninf is ante 26, right, for Serpent? But I could be very wrong. 44, bruh. I think Naninf Serpent is ante 26, right? Naninf is usually after 24? Yeah. I want to say it's 26. You mean ante 26? Yeah. You can Naninf in 25 with some trash cards and copies of deaths. Yeah, but if it's primarily kings, I think 26 is usually like the safest bet. I would just say prepare to go to ante 26. You can do it before that, but I would say prepare to go to ante 26. That would be my advice. There's the fire. I mean, Crafty Joker ain't doing shit anyway. Let's just bring him. What can I say, man? He's pretty good. He was always burning since the world's been turning, dude. Excuse me. Blah? Sure, man. Welcome in, Sleepy. Kind of ironic that Sleepy pulls up literally the instant that I've yawned. Or that I yawn, but I digress. Good to know I'm on ante 17 and used a bajillion colas to get all the vouchers I need, and now I just need to pivot to steel and find burger. Only one ecto so far. I mean, if you're on ante 17 and you got all the vouchers that you need to naninf, honestly, you're ahead of the curve. Both times that I've naninfed, it was like literally down to the wire for the vouchers that I needed. Like I got the vouchers that I needed at I'm pretty sure quite literally the last possible moment both times. Did anyone here see the Burnt Joker Naninf on Tuesday? I did not see the Burnt Joker Naninf, but that's honestly hilarious. Hot take, I kind of hope the scoring limit is increased in the update. Naninf is iconic, but I think it would be sufficient to have some sort of Easter egg for when you hit E308. I don't think the scoring requirement needs to be increased at all, if I'm being honest. The game isn't built like the game isn't built around endless. And I think a lot of people like forget that or just like think that it should be built around endless, but like endless is just like a byproduct. It's just like a fun after effect, I guess. But like the game itself is not built around endless. It's just kind of there. The fact there's a score cap makes high score runs less interesting, IMO. I hard disagree, dude. The vast majority, unless you're like literally a top 0.01% player, and I mean that quite literally with how many people play this video game, unless you're a top 0.01% Balatro player, the vast majority of high score runs don't go past like ante 16. I don't think there being a scoring limit makes high score runs like less interesting whatsoever. It was the beta version of Burnt in V092. Scales hand size once if you sell 4 tarots or planets in the round and shop. That's actually really funny. I only hop on Balatro to play Naninf at this point. Love them. I just would not have the patience to play Balatro like that, man. Which I know that the irony of saying that as a gold stake win streak player is not lost on me, but the difference is, as a gold stake win streak player, I can play the game for 3 hours and see my win streak go up by like 6 games if I lock in. Whereas if I'm a Naninf player, I can play the game for 6 hours and still not hit Naninf. Okay, maybe not 6 hours, but for 3 hours for sure. I think the fastest Naninf that I've done is like 4 hours on stream. This assumes high score runs are interesting to begin with. I mean, yeah, that's kind of fair. I guess I think of high score runs more in the context of multiplayer, in which case I think they definitely are interesting, but yeah, in the context of just like endless solo gaming, yeah, they're pretty fucking boring. Welcome in, Doc. Hope everything's going well for you, man. Much love. Bang. All right. Cool. Anyone else excited for the Hobbit MTG set coming next month? I haven't really seen any, like, have they? I'm pretty sure they spoiled stuff for it not that long ago, but I haven't really seen much from it. I haven't sought it out, I guess is a better way of phrasing it, because I just kind of don't care about the Hobbit Magic sets. The only thing that I know about it is the fucking the controversy with the ring being plagiarized art, which was really funny. They did it the most recent MagicCon. Gotcha. I'll have to look at that. I did see the like the timeline reveal from the most recent MagicCon, but I didn't see any spoiler activity outside of that. The 2 ring. Personally, I don't really care about taking runs to endless, although to be fair, I'm right in the middle of the C+ grind and going on to C++ immediately after. Yeah, I don't care about endless anymore either. I cared about endless for my first, like, probably 50 hours in the game, and now I just don't find it interesting whatsoever. Bang. Excuse me. Bang. Magician. I mean, I just don't need to start scaling the campfire yet, correct? I'm just gonna pop this. Give me my money. 2 money procs. God damn it. Foiled again, man. And I ain't talking the addition. Bang. When I play multiplayer, I target high card builds only because retriggers for me are boring. Retriggers aren't boring for me, but I think it's because I just don't play them in Gold Stake. Such is the life of a pair spammer. I think retriggers just don't. They're just like not better than pair spam on the average run, I think. And so I just don't play them. And so the novelty for retrigger builds, especially in a setting like multiplayer, the novelty is still there because I just don't play retrigger builds. But like if I played white stake at all, or if I gravitated more towards retrigger builds in general, then yeah, they would probably get pretty stale pretty fast. Granted, I say that after playing my fucking like 16th pair build of this week, and it's only Tuesday, so I don't know. Maybe I could play this game for like 3 hours a day until I die. And be satisfied with it. Balatro's quality slop, you guys only like it because it's good. Truth nuke, man. What's with all these people just liking these fucking indie games because they're like good and shit? It's fucked up, really. Excuse me. I like higher stakes in multiplayer more because people just dying to blinds when I play safe. That is kind of fair, I'm not gonna lie. I get it. Balatro, what's that game? Sounds cool. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if my target demographic would be interested in Balatro. It's an interesting game, though. Maybe we'll play it one or two times on stream. Maybe we'll play it sometime in the future. Who knows? Unseen, you're really getting your mileage out of that Doc Worm emote, aren't you? I can't say shit, though, because literally every Twitch chat that I go into, I use the Doc Worm emote. The Doc Worm emote might be the best emote on Twitch for me right now. I can't lie. Even outside of the Balatro community, like even if I'm just watching some motherfucker I know IRL stream, you pull up, say literally nothing, but crack the Doc Worm emote open. It's a good icebreaker. That's all I'm saying. Me when unseen on the mic. Doc Mpreg. Alright. I mean, fair enough, man. What is the usage of the Doc Worm emote? Genuine question. It's kind of just an all-rounder, to my understanding. That's how I use it. It's kind of the aloha of Twitch emotes, as it were. Can I draw a pear? What isn't the usage of the Doc Worm emote? This is literally what I'm saying, verbatim. You beat my ass, ruin my Monday, and then roast me in Pookie's chat. You're a grown-ass man. Dude, but him being a grown-ass man makes all of that so much better, dude. It makes it so much funnier. Excuse me. True, I can't help but love the Doc spec. Literally. 90% of the emotes I use are just random hype train emotes I have unlocked. I don't use any of the hype train ones because I think a lot of them are just mid. A lot of them are stinky. For hello, the worm. For goodbye, Eepy. That's kind of fair. The worm is just a classic greeting, man. It's so good. I'll take the straight level, I guess. Okay, but when is this emote used and it's the Glumbus emote? I can tell you're a new gen, bro. I can tell you're a new gen. There was a time in this Twitch chat that the Glumbus emote was... let me just say it had a prime. That's all I'll say. Excuse me. The only hype train emote I like is this guy. It's a frog, yay. Why does that guy move like he's AI generated? That's so odd. He do just be moving though. He is just a frog. All right, GG's. I'm late. I can't believe it. I'm just kidding. Welcome in, Jade. I finally got completionist plus yesterday. Took so long. GG Beeves. Congrats on the C++, man. That's huge. Good shit, bro. Maybe I'll get it one day. I don't know. A man can dream. Bang. Ended with a pesky bloodstone. That's so based, man. Last gold sticker is a bloodstone. That's turbo based. Oh my god. Goatstone mention? Yeah, do not call that bitch Goatstone in this chat, brother. Oh! See, you invoked his ass! No, we are into the head, though. Bipolar stone? True! Say his name and he appears. I really wish it wasn't the case, but like it is just kind of the reality of the situation. All right, well, now we have a stuntman, so everything gets thrown out the window. We just pair spam here. Actually, we probably just high card spam. Let's take both of these and just move on. I'd invoke your ass if you were a little older. That's all right. W Doc. Don't hit me with the worm emote after that. Time to hard pivot into heart flushes. Fuck no. What, with a stuntman in the shop? I never. Bloodstone is just a worse Bloody Mary. What? Hello? What's the relevance there? Squimbo with stuntman? Oh baby, give me an unlock. God damn it! This fuck ass guy. Why is it always you? Hate him, dude. Curse the Chicklets? Dude, I swear Shiko is like 90% of the legendaries that I get. What are you, a cop? Doc, can I get permission to screenshot that? That dude has clutched me so many times, though. Yeah, but I fucking hate him. For somebody who glazes both Luchador and Mr. Bones to the moon and back, you might expect me to glaze Shiko a little bit more, but I fucking hate Shiko. He's such a bum, man. Shiko always having a bad day. Yeah, and he's got to spread the wealth, dude. Why? Why does he have to make my day worse by fucking showing up? But the Monoclay tech, I don't think I've ever hit the Monoclay tech a day in my life, and I'm completely fine with that. I'm so cool with not hitting the Monoclay tech, provided I don't have to see Shiko ever. I'm just gonna keep it a buck, dude. Does Shiko increase level of played hand here? That's OP, bro. No, it doesn't. Does it if you have 2? That I don't know the answer to. Number 1 update wish for me is more legendary cards. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at more legendaries whatsoever. People say the high score cap is boring, but they ain't never hit the Monoclay tech. True, man. Actually, truth nuke. I think they need better value or to be more common. I hard agree. First rock with the follow. Welcome in. Do we take a purple seal? Probably with trading card. You can see that shit like super often in theory. Yo, can I get some Bluto cards though? I know I don't really need them if I'm rocking the stuntman, but like, can I get them at least? I gotta get up for stuff tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good night, Pro. Good night, Zero. Should I call you Zero? You've probably told me before and I've forgotten. If that's the case, I apologize. But good night, regardless. I don't get the hype around Arizona tea. This shit is dookie. Say psych right now. Say psych right now or I'm banning your ass. Zero is good? All right, sounds good. Well, good night, Zero. Thank you for pulling up. Shiko would be fine if not for what could have been with every soul. Dude, I make the point in my new update video, but I think soul is just bad in Gold Stake. Like, I'm sorry. I honestly did not get even remotely close to the amount of backlash for that take that I thought I would. Actually 0 people. I don't know if it was just like, because it was one of the later points that I made in the video. So I don't know if people just like clicked off of the video before they got mad at it or what. But I thought for sure I was going to get flamed in that video for saying that I thought the soul was bad for Gold Stake, and literally 0 people mentioned it. I do unironically think that the soul is bad in Gold Stake though. I think it's ass. Okay, I don't think it's ass, but I think it's really bad like a lot of the time. Ain't no way people are watching all the way to the end. Nothing against you. That's just the attention span these days. Yeah, literally. Fucking tell me about it, bro. Fucking tell me about it. I'm guilty of not watching till the end anyway, so myself, so it's nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal. The soul is a 1 in 5 for an okay Joker, Shiko. Even Shiko is just like ass, man. Like, the vast majority of the time that you get a soul, you're just sad about replacing something in your lineup for whatever you get. The vast majority of the time. I don't want to sell anything is the thing here, but I think I do need more score, so I think I probably should sell something. I think Shiko's got to go. This being foil makes it a good play, ironically. I think it's not that good, though. Baron is also really funny, but I'm not taking him. Sorry. Alright, well, that just wins, I guess. GG. Should have opened the Arcana pack before selling these. I digress. Bonk. Shiko at least works on any build and deck for the most part. Others get touched by stake or needing too much investment. I mean, I guess, but Shiko is also like... Yeah, like, Shiko is the most versatile, but Shiko also just, like, kind of sucks a lot of the time. It can work in the most builds. You're 100% correct there, but, like, the amount of times that it actually fucking does anything, and more importantly, the amount of times that it does something and you're, like, you're simultaneously not sad about giving up the Joker slot for it. I did say okay Joker, not good. Yeah, fair. Very fair, very fair. It just depends on when it shows up, because I would pretty much never take soul if I have to sell out of something useful for my build. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, soul is good in the early game, but after, like, fucking ante 4, soul is just, like, untakeable a lot of the time. If you're win streaking. Obviously, if you're not playing the game like a fucking psychopath, trying to win every single game and, like, actually trying to have fun with a video game. Shocking, I know. Smash like. Then, like, obviously soul is fine and doesn't really need any adjustments. But, like, if you're trying to always do the most optimal thing for the run, soul kind of fucking blows, dude. And that feels really like, it feels really bad given how rare it is like the biggest offender, I think. I think it's better for balance that soul isn't always takeable. I don't know, is it? With how rare it is? It's also just not, like, it's untakeable a disproportionate amount of the time, I would say. Like, I would say for every soul that I take, there's 3 that I skip. And for such a rare game piece, I feel like that kind of sucks. I don't know if it would necessarily break the game if soul was better. Like, I'm no expert at game balance. I'm just some fuckwit at a desk who, like, plays a video game a lot. But, like, I don't know. For such a rare game piece to be, like, just so bad, full stop, like, it kind of, I don't know. I don't love it. A soul shouldn't be an instant win either. I'm not saying it has to be an instant win, but, like, it should always at least be, like, a consideration. There's a lot of times where soul is just, like, you never want it. Like with this lineup, bro, it's ante 5. If there's a soul in this Arcana pack, if the soul is replacing even the best card in this Arcana pack, if there's a soul card right here in this pack, I'm literally never taking it. Soul is 1 in every 7 runs on average, which is more common than any specific rare. It's 1 in every 7 runs? It's more common than any specific rare. I guess. What is that assuming as well? Is that I guess that's assuming you're taking every pack, but if you're playing optimally, you're probably taking every pack, so I don't find fault in that. Is that true? 1 in 7? That doesn't seem right. 1 in 7 pre-anti-8, I would assume. That seems... I mean, I'm not going to dispute that. I feel like that makes sense. This is the 7th game that we've played these past 2 days, and we've seen a soul. That's, like, extraordinarily anecdotal, but, like, I feel like that's about how often we see a soul on stream is every 2 days. Every 2 to 3 days. A rare is 1 in 20 every time a Joker spawns, but Blueprint specifically is 1 in 400. Yeah. I don't know. Is that comparable, though? I feel like that's kind of apples and oranges, is it not? Especially considering Soul is, like, random legendaries. Unless I'm missing something. It's entirely possible that I'm overthinking it, but I feel like this is very apples and oranges. You're saying the Soul isn't always takeable, but that's true about rare Jokers being not takeable even half the time? I feel like I'm not following. Yeah, not every rare Joker is takeable every time you see it. But rare Jokers also aren't, like, I don't know. Rare Jokers aren't as hyped. That's more a comparison to something like Wraith, maybe, where you get to choose from rares in the shop. The order, for example, what percent do you take it? Okay, now I see what you mean. The amount of times that you see any particular rare in the shop compared to, like, how many times you're taking it. I get it. Doc is saying that rare Jokers are even more rare on average, but also are not takeable. Yeah, but, like, they're not legendary Jokers, which I know sounds like such a stupid fucking point, but, like the legendary Jokers are locked behind this one super specific game. Like, it seems like they should have a lot more mystique than they actually have. I don't know if that's a nothing point or if that makes sense to other people. But, like, the Soul shouldn't feel like that, in my opinion. The Soul should not feel just like another game piece. And that's kind of the comparison that we're drawing in chat right now. It's just another game piece. It is right now. It shouldn't be, I don't think. Legendaries are supposed to be special based on game design. That's what I'm saying. And they don't feel like that because they're ass. The Soul specifically is, not legendaries. That's why I'm saying, bro, if the Soul, like, lets you pick, even if it, like, obviously if it lets you pick between any of the 5 legendaries at any given point, it'd be broken. It'd be really good. And you would always want it. But even if it gave you, like, a decision between 2 legendaries, if a Soul is like a pack within a pack, you pop a Soul and it gives you the option between, like, Kaneo per KO, that makes it so much better. And I feel like it doesn't upset the balance of the game that much. But having it be a 1 in 5 for legendaries that ultimately don't do, like, anything statistically after, like, anti-5 for the average build, like, it's just, I don't know, it's stinky. Maybe I'm making a nothing point, but, like, I think you can catch my drift at the very least. They don't feel legendary, which is, like, such a vibes-based argument, and thus is, like, kind of a bad one, but, like, I don't think it's necessarily untrue. Feel legendary is very subjective. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Which is why the argument is probably not that good, but, like, I don't know. This dude is legendary based on what? Also, welcome in, Siona. I didn't mean to ignore you. Minus however many dollars. I don't give a fuck. Bonk. I think legendary jokers feel legendary. Checkmate. You got me. I could say Ancient Joker doesn't feel like a Rare Joker. Rare Jokers should feel more exciting, and Ancient Joker should be 2x instead. Yeah, fair. They make the legendary negative, but blinds increase in point scaling by 1.5. Could be a horrible idea. I don't know. No, I think that's entirely unnecessary. Ignore me. It's a good idea. Nah, we're chilling. I just came in, heard feel legendary, and kind of got my own idea for what feel legendary should mean. My issue with 3 out of 5 legendaries is they just do what other jokers do, but marginally better, which is kind of fine. But when you're just as good as, let's say, an idol in some scenarios, it's whack. I don't even have a problem with the design philosophy of any particular legendary. That's another thing that I think you can bring up, is some of the legendaries feel boring for them being legendaries, i.e. like Yo Rick just being a very generic scaling Molt Joker. Is Yo Rick on the power level of a legendary? I would say probably. Does it feel like it has a legendary effect? In my opinion, I would say probably not. But like that's not even the argument that I'm trying to make. I don't know. The test of the argument is, would you still feel the same if you changed the name? If you changed legendary? Okay, now Doc, I feel like I feel like a complete fucking idiot right now. I feel like I'm completely lost. Soul gives Baba jokers, and these jokers don't feel very Baba to me. I mean, I understand that the argument that I acknowledge that the argument that I'm making is kind of pointless because it's subjective. But like, that just does not feel like a good comparison. Like, we know what the there's an expectation with the connotation of legendary, no? Hey Shock, how's it hanging? You're gonna play the Marvel fighting game open beta this week? Oh shit, I didn't even know that was a thing. Welcome in, P-Dog. Maybe. Probably not on stream, but maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. Kiki or Booba? I literally just watched a video regarding Kiki or Booba earlier today. That's fucking wild. Hey bro, been playing this game a bit and won gold stake a few times, but most of my runs fail early on. What are your tips for improving? If they're failing early on, maybe... See, this is like, I don't know. I'm really bad at giving generic advice, I've come to realize, because I get questions such as this a lot, and I feel like I fumble about quite a bit. I guess maybe a problem, aside from like the very obvious shit of like, oh, make sure you're paying attention to your econ, by like pay attention to your score, etc. and so on. I'm assuming that you're not like a troglodyte and that you can like read. So I'm assuming that you know that you should be buying like chips and Molt Jokers and increasing both numbers and etc. and so on. And I'm assuming it's like gameplay patterns that we could maybe improve on. If we're failing in the early game, maybe it's because we're hesitant to pick up legendary. God, fucking the legendary tangent has got me with legendary jokers on the brain. Maybe if we're failing early, it's because there's a hesitancy to take eternal jokers. Something like an eternal, let's say, what's like a very generic plus Molt Joker that you wouldn't think about keeping for the late game. Let's say an eternal abstract Joker, flat plus 15 Molt. Maybe there's some hesitancy to take that, since like that's not really an ideal late game like combo piece or whatever, especially if we're thinking about endless. But if we're just thinking about winning the game, definitely you should be taking like some early game Eternals, because having a better early game makes your late game like much more manageable. So like obviously something like an Eternal Abstract, if you have the choice, you don't want it to be Eternal, But like if you see an early eternal abstract, that's a free plus 15 molt for the early game. Plus 15 molt in the early game is really good. You should probably be taking that. And like stuff like that you start to realize as you play more. So like the very obvious other advice that I could give is just play the video game more. Just get some more hours. But yeah. That's just like an example of something that you could improve on potentially. But like I don't know your exact circumstances, what I'm getting at, so it's kind of hard for me to give advice. Bonk. We can sell that. You usually don't need all 5 Joker slots to be actively doing something to win gold stake. Yeah, exactly. Motherfucker. Yeah, no, I didn't want my blue seal value anyway, actually. I'll just go fuck myself. Hieroglyph. I'm just not taking that. I don't want it. Holy hell! That's really good. God, negative chalkboard looks really good. I've definitely seen it before, but I feel like I haven't seen it in so long. Blueprint should be legendary and Brainstorm should be removed from the game. That's fucking... That is a wild take. There's limited utility you can get out of asking a grandmaster, how do I get better at chess? But also a lot of people have written a lot about chess strategy. The resources are out there if you have someone to tell you where to start. Yeah. Doc, you say things very prophetically, and I aspire to be like that, but I'm just a dumb chud, so I feel intimidated by that a lot of the time. That relatable to anybody in chat? Type 1 if that's relatable. Big one. Thank you, chat. Inside me, there are 2 wolves. That's, whoa, Doc. I mean, you know, you're a consenting adult, I suppose, but I didn't really need to know that. I can't lie. Don't hit me with the worm, man. Stop hitting me with the Doc worm. And a third that didn't fit. Okay. Okay. Also, do I fucking have seed money? Okay, I do. I feel like this entire stream has been me forgetting / remembering if I have seed money. You should see a doctor. The number of wolves recommended to be inside of you is 0. I have to imagine. I'm not a doctor, and I'm too lazy to fact check that. However, I have to imagine that that chatter is correct. Bro said, can I get in on this? All right. All right. Got some feeks in chat. Good shit. Probably we take that world card. Bonk. There's only one doctor in chat, so we gotta believe. I mean, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Star card, gross. Gross. Bro. I'm kind of hungry, chat. God damn. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just the slightest bit hungry right now. I wonder what I could have after stream. I think I have some popcorners downstairs still from my my camping voyage. That could be nice. I kind of want like a proper meal, but I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be getting done with stream at 2 in the morning. I'm kind of just too lazy to cook at that point. I'm munching some buttered bread. I could go for some toast right now, actually. That's honestly, that might be a good angle. Also, I'm just skipping so that we can get this run over with because this boss is completely free. Actually, I don't have campfire molt, so maybe it's not, but spoiler alert, it definitely is. Popcorners are genuinely top 5 snacks. I don't get them all that often, but they are really good. They are really good. All right, green deck, behave. What flavor of popcorners do you have? I have the spicy queso ones. I think those are probably my favorite. The white cheddar are also good, but the spicy queso. This is my first time having them, and I gotta say I'm impressed. Also, I haven't talked about it on stream since I bought them, but recently I tried a couple of new Pringles flavors for the first time. I tried the loaded potato skins, or whatever they're called. And then the loaded nachos Pringles. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The loaded potato skins, kinda mid. The loaded nacho Pringles, on the other hand, definitely my new favorite Pringles flavor. Holy. The loaded nachos Pringle flavor is honestly kind of out of this world. Would highly recommend to anybody interested. It's a game changer for sure. Bonk. You say yellow is good for streaking because of the money you get. Is green any good for that reason as well? I don't know, honestly. I want to say no just because I haven't seen anybody play it. And I know green deck also makes less money in the long run, but green deck does have a better early game, so maybe there's an application. It's still not as good of an early game as yellow deck, though, so I think I have to say no. It has a better than average early game because of the money, but I don't think it's better than yellow by any means. And in the late game, it just falls off in comparison, so I think it's just all around worse. Give me a Jupiter card. Okay, I didn't want one anyway, actually. You caught me. No spades moment. That's big. Probably should have bought that blue Joker because that's like a ×2 right now, but I think it's fine at the end of the day. All right, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. This is why I hate Ancient Joker, by the way. Jokes aside, this is why I hate Ancient Joker. $3 rebate? Holy shit. Gimme. What would you say is the biggest bait voucher for Anti-8? Biggest bait voucher? That's a good-ass question, honestly. Going for the hearts. I don't know. I feel like there's not, like, any bait vouchers off the top of my head, which I know can't be true, but, like, so many of the vouchers are just cut and dry, man. So many of the vouchers are either just, like, dog shit or really good. There's not really a lot of in between. Planet Merchant is always bait? Yeah, but, like, it's ass. It's not bait, though. Is not bait at all, because, like, when the fuck are you ever taking that shit? Maybe seed money? Seed money probably baits a lot of people. Blank probably baits a lot of people. Maybe even, like, the reroll and clearance sale vouchers. It's probably one of these two, honestly. Probably it's clearance sale because people with shitty econ take clearance sale thinking shit's gonna cost less and then are still shocked that they don't have money because they just spent money on a $10 voucher and they don't have a good econ base. I think it's probably clearance sale. That's not at all saying that clearance sale is bad, but I think if I had to guess, probably inexperienced players take clearance sale when they're not supposed to because they think it's just gonna solve their game. Hone is just a $10 throwaway too. Okay, Hone is specifically the answer to that question for me because I'm a D1 Hone defender. But I acknowledge that the amount of times that hone matters is like minuscule. The amount of times where hone does literally fucking anything is not high. I'll just say that. It's not high. Magician Fool, I'll take it. I'm taking a gift card here. I'll say it. I'll be brave. First rebate hit of the run. That's big. I'm gonna pocket the Fool. Love those lucky card hits. Okay, but hear me out. Polychrome noise. No, I mean, bro, I'm right there with you. I'm a hone defender. I'm just saying it's ass a lot of the time. It's ass, but I don't think it's as ass as people say it is, if that makes sense. People be talking about hone like it killed their fucking family. I don't think it's that bad, but it's like, it's not good. By the time you can afford hone and not die, the addition from a Joker won't matter. Yeah, exactly. Barring like the absolute most hedge case scenarios ever. Yeah, it's entirely correct. Oh boy, everyone is here? Yeah, we got the whole gang, bro. Welcome in, Amphi. The gang's all here. Somebody said low-key hate clearance sale for messing up my temperance value. Honestly, that's so base. I know it saves me a lot more money in the long run buying clearance sale, but every time I get a temperance card and I have clearance sale, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm losing so much. I'm losing like fucking $5, yo. This shit's ass. I should never have bought clearance. Like unironically, the thought does run through my head every single time it happens. Like, fuck, I shouldn't have bought this dumbass voucher. Nothing more depressing than a $7 temperance with 5 jokers. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's the Nebula deck effect. It doesn't actually meaningfully impact your run in any way, shape, or form, similarly to the -1 consumable slot from Nebula deck, but also similarly to the -1 consumable slot from Nebula deck. Shit's just fucking annoying, dude. Shortcut? What? I feel like this is definitely a run where we could get away with taking a tarot merchant. Especially so with a gift card in the lineup. Maybe it's just a gimme. I think I fuck with that. I think we reroll down in this shop and then we take tarot merchant. I'll stay at $20 with the hermit. Or for the hermit. Loving the vids, man. Good luck with the grind. Yo, I appreciate you, chicken. Thank you for pulling up to the stream. Thank you for the kind words. Glad you've been enjoying the vids. These lucky cards are so dog shit, man. What the fluff? Hating the vids, fuck you, Dr. Spectered Worm. That's very hurtful. +2? Don't fucking +2 that, Nightmare, you ass. What's the most overrated Joker in your opinion? Is one of 3 options. It's either photo or hiker or DNA. It's one of those guys. It's one of those guys for sure. Because all 3 of those Jokers, I think, underperform in Gold Stake, and all 3 of those Jokers get glazed every single time I bring them up. People rate hiker. I don't think the issue is that people rate hiker highly. I think the issue is that people are unable to see the truth that Hiker is abysmal dog shit. I don't think it's at all the fact that people think Hiker is good. I think it's that people don't think Hiker is bad, if that makes sense. DNA is good. No, it's my top 10. No, DNA is fucking ass. For high score, it's really good. But for gold stake context, DNA fucking sucks, dude. People put it in F tier instead of creating a special Z tier for it. I mean, yeah, essentially, dude. Recent sub, keep up the good work. You've taught me a lot about gold stake. Thank you, JLo. Appreciate it, man. Glad you're enjoying the vids. Many thanks for pulling up to the stream. I intend on keeping up the good work. How could certificate be nerfed? I don't think it needs to be nerfed. But in a hypothetical scenario where it was deemed necessary, I guess make it so that it only so that it only makes like red seals. That would be a turbo nerf, but I mean the nerf is arbitrary in the first place, so I'm just throwing out ideas, man. Don't shoot the messenger and all that. Top econ joker in gold stake? For gold stake, in your opinion? Rebate for sure. It's not close. There are a lot of good econ pieces in the game, but rebate costs $4. It's a common joker, and it gives you like obscene amounts of money. Rebates. Essentially, you just always take rebate when you see it, no matter if it's like eternal rental, etc. In gold stake, are red seals the worst, and is it the opposite for high score then, I assume? I still think for high score that purple seals are better than red seals, although red seals are like necessary for getting like turbo high scores. Like you need red seals at some point to be getting uber scores. But I think in general, purple seals are more valuable than red seals for getting your build online. Make certificate incompatible with Blueprint Brainstorm. I don't think that would be a significant enough nerf for it, but that would definitely nerf it for sure. Cert nerf comes hand in hand with blue seal nerf, probably. Yeah, certificate does get massively nerfed if blue seals get nerfed, like 100%. Rocket is much less broadly applicable than rebate. Rebate kickstarts your econ immediately. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the tip on rebate. I'm really partial to Blue Joker, I think it's called. Is that advisable for a Chips Joker? I don't think Blue Joker is good long term, but Blue Joker is fantastic for the early game. And even to some extent, I think if you're taking like an Eternal... We'll take the kitty cat, it's funny. Even if you're taking like an Eternal Blue Joker, as long as it's making your early game much better, like I don't think that's a bad play. I wouldn't necessarily want it like long term, but it's not bad by any means. Could also have more than 4 seals, and that might help balance certificate. Yeah, for sure. Do we need like why did this come up though? Do we think that certificate needs a nerf? I really don't think certificate needs a nerf. I think it's completely fine just by merit of it being able to like low roll. Also, you turned me on to the Stuntman card big time. So good with a pair build. Yeah, Stuntman's fantastic with a pair build. Certificate is good because it scales Blue Joker. Truth nuke, dude. Get this chatter a true immediately. Holy shit. Okay, those are ass. I don't know what's in my Fool, so maybe I shouldn't have skipped it. Now it's definitely like a Hermit or something is in my Fool. I don't feel that bad about it. License I don't need. Showman. You guys summoned Blue Joker. That was really funny that he was in the first shop here. The real and true reason Balatro hasn't received the smaller, more regular balance changes like Slay the Spire is that most Balatro players are insufferable, so you can't change anything without changing everything at once. I don't know if that's the true reason, but like, that's not entirely terrible headcanon. I guess it's coming from Doc, so maybe it could be the true reason. I always just assumed that it was because Thunk was like enjoying the newly found, quite literal generational wealth, and so he just doesn't really give a fuck about updating the game right now. Which I'm not even saying that in like a bad light at all, because I'd be doing the same shit. That's extraordinarily reasonable. Does the community have any idea when the update is coming out? No. Nobody knows. Well, maybe like some people know, but it's not public information is what I'm getting at. Too busy having a yacht off with Gaben. I don't know if he's like that wealthy, but I mean, he's got travel the world money for sure. And let me tell you, chatters, you know, despite the fact that I love streaming and I don't see myself giving up streaming ever, if I miraculously came into travel the world money tomorrow, I'm just saying, the stream schedule would no longer be 6 days a week. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Thunk has been dropping spoilery stuff in the mainline Balatro Discord all year. I've caught a little bit of it. I don't interact much with the Balatro Discord, so I pretty much only get that news when I like go in there to farm knowledge for like YouTube videos. Like I only get that knowledge when I seek it out, I guess is a better way of phrasing it, but I have been seeing that, yeah. The guard? Oh, that's fucking sick. Well, I'm glad I picked up the Chad. Jesus. If I got that money, I would start streaming from the island I am now playing real life SimCity on. Dude, if I got that, if you get that kind of money and you want to like get into streaming, I feel like that's so odd, no? I feel like at that point, just like play video games with your free time. Fuck the streaming. I mean, I get it because like you're getting in. I guess I understand it. You're getting into streaming because you don't have to worry about like money, so you're doing what you want to do. But like streaming is a big time sink. So if you're getting into streaming just to like chill out, I guess is what I'm getting at. I feel like that's not the angle. But if you're acquiring like generational wealth, then I guess the assumption is that you kind of just have time for whatever endeavors you want to have time for. And so if you're passionate about streaming, you can just stream, which makes sense for sure. For the record, that is why I would make a very good Rich City person, since I'd basically play real-life SimCity. Is Chad good with Photo and Ancient? I think it's like a little bit good. I don't know, though. I'm kind of new to this game, in complete honesty. Onk! Oh my god, my fucking Ancient Joker isn't Eternal, nor is my Chad. God damn it. Your tip with picking up Eternals helped my run insanely. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad I could help out, man. Look at that. The advice already paying off. I guess I'm just the best Balatro player of all time. Doc, can you confirm so I can clickbait this in like a YouTube video somehow? Pretty pleased with sprinkles. And perhaps even a cherry on top, as they say. Invis next shop, inshallah. Yeah, spoiler alert, I'm full skipping, so we're not cracking that invis. This jit cracks invis. Anyway. CNN confirms. That's good enough for me. CNN confirms is fucking crazy. That's really funny. I'm trying to dodge playing the flush here so desperately, but I think I'm going to end up playing the flush, boys. Streamer, do you ever take an Eternal Devious Joker first chop? You asked me this exact question yesterday. And I said no. Although I do think I'm wrong for doing it. I could see taking it on exactly Abandoned deck, is I think what I said yesterday. Outside of that, no, I don't take it. Lucky cards will pay out. Trust. True. Get that chatter a true. Oh my god, they actually did. I feel really bad at the game because I can't ever get Monolith or Madness to work. I mean, those are difficult jokers to get work. Did I already respond to this fucking comment? I did in my head at the very least. That's such a weird like streamer habit that I've developed. Is I will read chats, and then I'll in my head be like, oh, I gotta respond to that, and then I'll get distracted by something that I'm doing, and then I don't read the chat, but then I like read it out loud, and I'm like, have I fucking already read this out loud? Am I schizophrenic? And I feel like every time I ask chat, have I already read this? The answer is no, but like I digress. I still feel weird about it. Hex? What do you mean hex, bro? Seed money on green, it's always green deck. You literally always get it. I am not even being remotely facetious. I have had one run, to my recollection, post getting my first C++. One run ever, where I have not gotten seed money on green deck. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just saying. It's weird. It's a little weird. Is it Obelisk, the one where you can't play the most played hand is what I mean? Yeah, that's Obelisk. I knew what you were talking about. A lot of people call it Monolith. You know the odds are roughly 50-50, right? Vessel. This guy actually full skipped mods after his head. Yeah, I'm full skipping, bro. Monolith is a challenge, I think. Oh, maybe that's where the association comes from. Well, it also just does look like a monolith. But you're right, Monolith is absolutely a challenge. Bang. Alrighty, GG's. Whoa! Oh, wait, holy shit. I unintentionally unlocked Wii Joker. Wait, that's kind of big. Alrighty, cool. What a riveting and exciting run. Hey, I don't play with Ancient Joker that much, okay, dude? I don't even use photo chat that much. That was riveting for me. We got the Wii! Yeehaw! That's kind of big. I actually really enjoy Wii Joker, I can't lie. Wii Joker might be one of my favorite Jokers. I feel like I see Wii Joker like a disproportionately low amount of the time. I feel like I never get Wii Joker runs. Maybe I'm just hesitant to pick it up though. I digress. What are our Joker stats looking like out of curiosity? Oh, rebate at the top. Shocker. Shocker, smash like Mercury card and both the money tarots at the top. Shocker. What are our best vouchers? Paintbrush. This is definitely just like a me diff. I don't think Paintbrush is the most purchasable voucher in the game, but I fucking love Paintbrush. I will throw entire games to get a paintbrush in my lineup, as it were. Hand size is so sexy, man. Even when it's not producing like tangible results for your runs, even when it's not really like quote unquote doing anything, it just feels so nice to have, man. I can't lie. It feels so nice. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Chat, what are we doing? What are we doing? Who are we rating? Leeby's still doing the subathon? We raided Leeby yesterday. So maybe we don't raid Leeby today. Let's look in the Balatro category, I guess, because there's not really anybody else live that that I would normally raid. Oh my god, I have 67 viewers right now? Fuck yeah. When did you have $1,000 in a game? Probably in like White Stake. If only the big hand size voucher. The big hand size Joker was actually usable. Buff Troubadour to 3, please. I feel like Troubadour is good and I'm just missing the boat on it. It is really bad in the meta right now though, because pivoting into Troubadour just feels really stinky when pair builds are like always with the groundwork for the runs. We have +3 hands for losing discards, +3 discards for losing hand size. Oh, and +3 hand size for losing a hand. I guess that's intuitive. I don't know, man. Is anybody playing Gold Stake in the category? No. Looks like no. Man, motherfuckers only be playing White Stake. The only person playing Gold Stake in the category right now in the whole category is an Argentinian Espanol streamer, which I'm assuming the majority of us don't want to watch. Nothing against my Spanish viewers, if any. But I'm assuming that the majority of my viewers don't speak Spanish since I don't speak it on stream. Somebody's AI Balatro training. Chat, what do we think about stuff like that? What do we think about like machine learning for video games? I find it interesting, but I know there's probably an overlap there with like AI. I feel like AI training models for stuff like that, that's got to be like relatively tame though. All right, I guess we just raid Leeby. At Grok, do I take the clearance sale? All right, we'll raid Leeby again. Why not? Chat, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Machine learning training isn't the most entertaining to watch either way, TBH. It's not entertaining to watch at all, but it's an interesting concept, I think. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Anyhow, chat, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same challenge, as it were. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for pulling up. Thank you all for the subs, the biddies, the follows, everything. I really do appreciate it. Exclamation mark Discord, exclamation mark YT. Subscribe to the YouTube. We got videos coming out over there semi-frequently. Been making some video essays, some informative content over there. People seem to enjoy it, so check that out. The Discord, we got a fantastic community of people in there who just yap about Balatro as well as pretty much everything. We have a sizable Slay the Spire 2 community in there as well. People always looking for multiplayer games, so if you fuck with that, join the Discord. Everything is in the description of YouTube as well for the YouTubists. And also you get pinged when I go live in the Discord if you sign up for like a specific role in there. So yeah. Anyway, chat, love you guys. Stay safe. Sleep well. And have a good one. Thank you all for watching. Be back tomorrow. Go show Leeby some love.